Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Stop the cap.
Take care of y'all bodies.
Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son.
Beats Planet.
Come on in. Hey, yo, listen. I love y'all to pieces, first and foremost. I just felt like that's the first thing I had to tell y'all today. You feel me? I just want to say it again. I love y'all, man.
Dom DeMarco.
That's first and foremost. Second and aftermost, shouts out to all the essential workers that work at the Blue Flame.
Dom DeMarco.
Shouts out to them. Boy, I love being at work today.
Stop the cap.
Nothing is better than me showing up on this Wednesday to come talk to y'all.
It's false.
But we here. What's good, y'all? What's happening? Couple things we're gonna do today. Just give us a little bit of that. Let's see. Couple things we're gonna talk about today. First of all, appreciate y'all for being here. It's Tuesday? Damn.
Dom DeMarco.
It's Tuesday. Shit, thought it was Wednesday. My bad. On this Tuesday then. Hey, Will Steele hit me up, said, Voch, it's on you today. We gonna hope that Will Steele not going through too much. We gonna hope that Will Steele not, bogged down too badly. He's a powerful character in the MCU, so it ain't nothing that he can't handle, but he off today. But shouts out to him though. It's my point guard there. Follow him at Skywalker Steele and all that. So for the duration of today, is my Steeler fan on? For the duration of the day, it's gonna be just me and y'all. Luckily, we've done this before. Now, today is Tuesday, so it's the All 32 day. So we haven't had a chance to talk about the Chicago Bears trading out of the first overall pick. I got a couple thoughts on it, but boy, I was not gonna go live just to say it.
Dom DeMarco.
I mean, I don't feel great about making y'all wait till Tuesday to, to get content about it, to get thoughts and opinions about it, but boy, I was off. I was off that day, man. So y'all just gonna have to understand. But in the grand scheme of things, it does need to be talked about because I think it changes a bit of the landscape of the draft. Something else that's been going on that I may not get into is free agency have been happening, And of course, when you get free agency happening, you kind of get an idea of, team, Miami probably don't need a corner anymore, so they may not be drafting corner. So it just kind of cleans mock drafts up just a little bit, just a wee little bit, and it just moves us closer to that, to that final mock draft where we try to figure out what's going on. Luckily for us, the Cowboys ain't made no damn trade, so everything that was or no pickups or nothing like that, we just kind of signed our own. So every little bit of draft analysis we can get from that, we got the same damn opinions. we got the same opinions. You know, we ain't gonna get too Cowboy heavy because we do have to talk about this first overall pick news. But hey, shouts out to Noah Brown, man. Noah Brown has been acquired by the Texans. But you know, it's funny though, right? Let me just talk about this, right? Since this ain't even really like Cowboy talk no more, it's Texans talk now, right? I feel so different about Noah Brown than I did Connor McGovern. And it's not Cowboys talk, this Bills talk, right? It's Bills and Texans talk. I feel so different about Connor McGovern not being here than I did Noah Brown not being here, right? Let's see if I can do some producing on the go. Cause y'all gotta follow me on Twitter. If you don't, you should. But when I got the message, right? When I got the tweet about Connor McGovern not being here no more, right? As soon as I got the tweet that Connor McGovern wasn't going to be here anymore, I dropped this on Twitter because this is how I felt. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt. That's just how I felt. Let me see if I can get a little volume on this. See, Will's still not here, so I gotta do all this on my own, and it's okay. Shouts out to KD Beats. But when Connor McGovern left, I was like, boy, I was in a fantastic place. I was in a fantastic place when I realized Connor McGovern wasn't going to be our guy no more. I was elated because I ain't like Connor McGovern's play. But it was something different about Noah Brown. I didn't feel that way about Noah Brown because it wasn't Noah Brown's fault that he wasn't ready to be a wide receiver 2 for us. It was the front office's fault. It was the front office's fault. It wasn't Noah Brown's fault that he was the second best wide receiver on the team. If Noah Brown is the second best wide receiver on the team, that's our problem. He's a Houston Texan now. So this is really Texan news. He's a Houston Texan now. So I don't think he's going to be the Texans' second best receiver. You know? I don't know who's going to be over there. I don't know who the Texans going to draft. But if I had to pick, they're definitely going to draft a quarterback. So whoever that first round pick of the Texans, it might be a pass catcher. Or they're going to go into the second round and get a pass catcher up in the 30s or something. I guess it's 33 to 33rd pick. No matter who they pick up, Noah Brown's not going to be the second best wide receiver on that team. And that's a bottom of the league team. I looked at Noah Brown and what he did, bro. Like, Noah Brown simply gave us more than what he had. Connor McGovern was he was a third round pick. Connor McGovern was a third round pick that I was sick of. But we kept trying to play him and it didn't work. Noah Brown was a guy that had to play because it wasn't nothing else to do. And he was a kicking teams dude for his whole career, for the whole portion of his career. But it just at the end of the day, Noah Brown was he worked himself up to wide receiver 2. He wasn't a good wide receiver 2, but he was here. I don't think that's Noah Brown's fault. I think that's more the front office's fault. Because in real life, Connor McGovern just ain't played good enough. In real life. But whatever though. Texans got a new wide receiver. Bills got a new guard. I ain't gonna say left or right guard. He can do both. And a part-time center if that's what they want to do. They got a part-time center if that's what they want to do. But this ain't Cowboy Day though. This draft day. Or this is all 32 day. So I did kind of want to give my thoughts and opinions. And of course the phone line is open. Y'all can tap in. Let me fix my audio. Check. Will still ain't hear shit just go off the rails. Just all the way off the rails. That's a little better. This first overall pick and why it was interesting, right? Let me tell you first and foremost why it was a little interesting to see the Bears trade the first overall pick, or at least some of the news that we got from it, some of the reactions that we got from it, right? So if not fair. Glad Noah gone. Relax. Shouts out to Noah Brown, dog. First overall pick, right? We knew the Bears were shopping the first overall pick. And we knew that this was going to turn into an arms race for those top 4 picks. Why? Because there were 2 teams in the top 4 that's not quarterback needy. according to the general public. I still think Arizona needs one. And then there's two teams up there that we know are quarterback needy. Right? That's Colts and that's Texans, right? So if you're sitting at the back of the top 10, if you're sitting around, 11, 10, 9, and you quarterback needy, which you probably are, let's pull up Tankathon real fast. If you're sitting at the back of the top 10 and you quarterback needy, Tankathon, you need to move up because there we go, Tankathon. If you at the back of the top 10 and you not quarterback needy, you need to move up or else you're not gonna get a quarterback. But what I thought was interesting though, right? This is what I thought was interesting. As soon as the Bears traded that first overall pick, the first thing that we said was, oh, it's finna be CJ Stroud or Anthony Richardson. I thought that was interesting, right? And I had that same opinion before I went on social media and saw it. And it's crazy because if a lot of people look at Bryce Young, right? And this ain't Voch's opinion because it's too early for me to have quarterback opinions right now. Bryce Young, what a lot of people are saying, this is just what a lot of people are saying in draft world are saying, that Bryce Young is the best guy. They say he's the best guy. Something that actually made me sick when I first saw it. I ain't watched film on him super close, but I've watched Bryce Young enough. They say, oh, he's a little bitty Pat Mahomes. Bro, why we got to say Pat Mahomes' name, dog? Dog, why we got to say Aaron Donald name this year, bro? Why we got to say that, man? Why we got to bring people's name up like that, bro? Why that motherfucker can't be the next Matt Hasselbeck or something? Why he can't be the next Jeff Garcia, bro? They had good careers, bro. Oh, it's the next Carson Palmer. Why they can't be Carson Palmer, bro? Like, them dudes had good careers. Oh, he the next Ryan Tannehill, bro. Like, ain't nothing wrong with being Ryan Tannehill, bro. Them motherfuckers got to pick the best of anything. They say, oh, he's like Calvin Johnson. Oh, well, he kind of like Aaron Donald. Oh, he's kind of like Michael Parsons this year. Oh, he's the Pat Mahomes this year. Like, bro, like. Anyway, it's interesting because I think this comes down to upside. I think when people watch Bryce Young, he may be like a good to go product right now, but what's his upside? I don't think people think that Bryce Young has much upside. This conversation, if anything, has told us what people really think about Will Levis. You notice we ain't having much conversation about Will Levis nowadays, and I don't think we should have been having very much conversation about Will Levis in general. Will Levis might be a guy. I mean, what? So we talking about first overall. So we got Carolina, Houston, Arizona at 3. If somebody trade up to 3 to get their guy, which is possible, Will Levis could go 4, but like if don't nobody trade up to 3, I wonder how far Will Levis will fall. I wonder will he make it to Atlanta? Because, if you put the 4 quarterbacks up, like you just put the film next to each other, you can play a real mean game of one doesn't fit here. And they're all different and you can poke holes in all of them at different, at different rates or whatever, right? But what made, if the Panthers are going to go to the first overall pick, everybody immediately, right? And that was fascinating to me. Everybody immediately went, oh, it got to be Stroud or Richardson. I think it's because of the upside, right? And if that's going to be the case, just say how you feel about Bryce. Don't say Bryce is a little bitty Pat Mahomes and then you go, yeah, but they moved up to get CJ Stroud and them because of upside. Or they moved up to get Anthony Richardson and them because of upside. Don't tell me that, right? They moved up because I think they just feel like CJ Stroud better than Bryce. Honestly. I actually thought for 2 seconds, right? Because why else would you want to move to the first overall pick, right? You want to move to the first overall pick to get in front of the second overall pick. It ain't like Carolina moved up to Arizona or something at 3. If Carolina would have moved up to 3 and I don't know, let's just say somebody else trades with the Bears and a quarterback goes first and Bryce Young goes second. Whoever trades up with Arizona, right? If you Carolina that trades up with Arizona, you still comfortable. There's still a guy there for you. Hell, Anthony Richardson might be there. But I think you trade up to the first overall pick to have your pick between Stroud and Richardson. Because at first I was like, oh, they must be trying to jump in front of the Texans to get Bryce Young. Because everybody been saying that since day one. Bryce Young, Houston Texans. Like they almost like, it's almost like a done deal if Bryce doesn't go first overall, right? But I think you go to first overall to have your pick between Stroud and Richardson. And that's got to be an upside thing, right? That's got to be an upside thing. Because, I mean, yeah, if Richardson falls to you and you know, like, cool, hey, Richardson fell to me. But damn, I missed out on CJ Stroud. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's a different feel when they go all the way up there and they go, all right, I'm going to pick my guy. This is the dude that I want. And we paid the premium to get him. And that's just, you know, that's just going to be what it's going to be. Once again, I just want to remind everybody listening right now, nobody has said shit about Will Levis. Even at the combine when he showed off his little arm talent, boy, it's just, you can just tell when film takes the front seat, right? You can tell when film just takes the front seat. Upside takes the front seat. What I mean by that? Because we know what CJ Stroud's upside is. You can say whatever you want to say about all the film about CJ Stroud, right? But CJ Stroud got this one little magic card that he got up his sleeve, right? One, he wearing these long sleeves. He got one little quick play magic card, one little trap card, right? One little trap hole just sitting up his sleeve. And that's, look what I did versus Georgia. That's what CJ Stroud has. CJ Stroud went out and had a fantastic combine also, by the way. Don't get me wrong there. He threw the ball all over the place, accurate as hell, beautiful passes, but he has that one ass trap card right there, one negate attack, that one mirror force trap card that's sitting up his sleeve. He go, hey, dog, look what I did versus Georgia, bro. Look what I did versus Georgia, right? And y'all got to understand, bro, these little trap cards, they mean something to me. These trap cards mean something to me, right? The last time I talked about this was Rashawn Slater. You can say whatever you want about Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater walks up and go, I whoop Chase Young. I don't care what you got to say. Well, Vash, how does he do against long arm characters? I whoop Chase Young. Well, Vash, how does he look versus powerful? I whoop Chase Young. Well, Vash, but he played at Northwestern. You know what I mean? Like, won't you like him against some SEC talent or something? Wouldn't you have liked to see him? I whoop Chase Young, bro. I whoop Chase Young, bro. Run me my money. And it's crazy because I was super pro Rashawn Slater at that point, but it's almost like people were making excuses to go against Rashawn Slater, right? When he had the trap card of I beat Chase Young. So now we have CJ Stroud, and look, King Element, don't get me wrong, CJ Stroud has fantastic film, but if you got the first overall pick, you start to pick holes in people, right? And there are some people that look at CJ Stroud film and says that it's up and down. And even if that's the case, right? I'm CJ Stroud with accurate passes and up and down film sometimes, dog. Look what I did versus Georgia in the damn playoff game. Look at what me and Marvin did. And then he goes out and has the combine that he has. And if you Carolina, you want to go, hey man, he definitely ain't gonna be there at 9. He definitely not gonna be there at 5. He may or may not be there at 3. Let me go to 1. And then we'll go to the other side of it, right? Then we'll go to the other side of that coin, this Anthony Richardson kid, which is a whole different conversation than the CJ Stroud kid, because CJ Stroud, his run is decorated, right? You know, playoff appearances. I did this to Georgia. I got mechanics. I got accuracy. Like, that's all good on behalf of you know, CJ Stroud. But if you Anthony Richardson, boy, Anthony Richardson film look marginally shittier than CJ Stroud's does, right? But Anthony Richardson, I love the Family Guy analogy, right? And this Family Guy analogy is actually brilliant because they made Peter look goofy with this, right? Like, hey, Peter, here's the mystery box. You could win a boat, but here's the mystery box. And Peter said, man, anything can be in that mystery box. It could even be a boat. And Lois was like, fam, let's just get the boat. right? And the show made Peter to look goofy, right? Like, hey, you know, you want tickets to go see Sinbad or some shit when you could have just got the boat. I dig that, but I think draft works just like that. I think draft works like that, right? Like, bro, you could have CJ Stroud. And we don't even know what CJ Stroud is, right? Let's just say CJ Stroud is a good quarterback in the league. Let's just say CJ Stroud is a good quarterback at best. And Anthony Richardson is this mystery box. He could be anything. He could even be CJ Stroud. He could even be, if you knock off the mechanical issues, right? And you really dig into what he is, bro. Like, you knock all the little, you clean him up, you teach him, and you put him in an offense that's not gonna ask him to do nothing that he's not good at. He could be CJ, but he could be Cam Newton, MVP Cam Newton. He could be that guy, right? And if you're sitting around with the first overall pick, you going, oh. Not marginally, significantly worse film. You're buying 90% of trades. I said marginally. My bad. Big ass percent is what I meant, Matt Owen. My fault. My fault. When you look at Anthony Richardson's film, it's very headache inducing. It's very headache inducing. But we talk about ups and downs also, right? Like, Will Levis also has ups and downs, but but Anthony's ups are, boy, them shits. Man, Anthony Richardson ups is up here. And his downs is down there. Will Levis's ups don't get that up. Like, Will Levis's ups may be here, but Anthony's shit like up here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, if you the Panthers, bro, and you just looking at the quarterbacks, man, you go, man, which one of these dudes? Like, can I fix this dude? Can I fix this mystery box and get something greater? Or can I get this guy? No matter what happens, no matter which dude they pick, they have the option to pick whoever they want. And look, chat, don't get me wrong. They can move up just because they wanted to get in front of the Texans to go get Bryce. They can do whatever they want. But I just do not look at Bryce as a move up guy. I'm not ready to, say 100% who's my quarterback one in this class yet. It's March 14th. I know time running low. I'll let you know in a couple of weeks. But Bryce Young seems to be a guy. If I'm Houston, hey man, if he falls to me, man, hey, fantastic. We got our franchise quarterback. But he does not come off as a guy that you just sell the farm to go get. He just don't come off as that guy. I just want to remind everybody that's listening right now, we haven't said shit about Will Levis. That's how it's supposed to be. I could be wrong. Let me go to YouTube real quick. I think my thumbnail guys, shouts out to Paul and Christian, I don't even think they Photoshopped Will Levis in a Panther uniform. Let's see. Hold on. This could be funny. Let's see something. Let me see something. They didn't even Photoshop Will Levis in a Panther uniform. Ain't saying shit by him. He doesn't belong in this discussion. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll see what comes out of this thing. I'm sure Carolina's going to be at everybody's pro days and individual workouts are coming and all that. But I think that this move up was all about, I just want to have the choice to get my guy. Carolina Panthers were at 9. They were in this situation where they wasn't getting nobody. They just weren't getting a soul. None of these dudes were going to fall to Carolina at 9. But I think they chose not to go to 5 or 3. I think they wanted to control their own destiny, which you got to respect it. Plus, they got DJ Moore. Damn. Voch being a coward. Go on and drop the quarterback one bomb. I haven't watched film on quarterbacks yet because they boring and my team got mine, so I ain't been looking at them yet. I'll get them at some point. What I just say, chat? What was I just saying? I ain't saying nothing about Will Levis. See, that's what I get for reading comments. Let me see something. What I say? See, that's what I get for reading more. DJ Moore. Hey, and look, let me tell you how fire that is. Right? How fire that is. No, it don't matter what quarterback you pick. They can use a DJ Moore. Oh, they could use a DJ Moore. Just number one receiver. No, I'm sorry. DJ Moore with the Bears. My bad. My content got mixed up. DJ Moore goes to Justin Fields and them. But dog, all that conversation that we was having prior to this, right? The whole Justin Fields, Bears. Are the Bears even gonna want Justin Fields? Are they gonna draft a quarterback? Are they just gonna deal with Jalen Carter? Boom, boom, boom. I mean, look, that was cool, man. That was cool and all. But we knew that they weren't going to be drafting quarterback because it's hard to find quarterback. And I think they were really on to something. I think they really, let me pull Twitter up in case I need it. I think they were on to something towards the end of the year. Like, hey, man, I understand we wanted Justin Fields to come in and just throw the ball all over the place, bro. Let's just hand the ball off and let's just run around with Justin Fields and just see what happens. And today I had a thought about the Bears, who they might pick at 9, who the Bears might be picking at 9. Y'all think Bijan Robinson off the table for the Bears? Y'all think what's his face? Y'all think Bijan Robinson off the board for them? Yeah, my bad, y'all. My content ran together. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I can see the Bears drafted Jackson Smith-Njigba, but they need O-line. I feel you. But boy, if it's one running back, and I'll tell you this other reason. If there's any running back that don't need an offensive line right now, it's Bijan Robinson. Bijan don't need no blockers. Just like Barry Sanders didn't need no blockers, Bijan didn't need no blockers. And on top of that, though, we just talking about draft structure, right? We just talking about draft building. Somebody was like, let me see who said it so I can know who to say it to. All right, We Them Boys says they not drafting the running back at 9. O-line is the focus. Cool. Somebody else said something too. Hold on. Okay, cool. Shaq the Vikings fan says, nah, it's possible, but they need O-line bad. Perfect. Hang tight. Okay, that's everybody? There's everybody that said Bears go offensive line? Let me tell you my reasoning. Let me just tell you my reasoning. Y'all ready? Watch this. There is not an offensive lineman in this draft I'm drafting at 9. Now, let me just be fair. Voch likes to be fair. Anybody listening, anybody that's new here, let me just be fair. Teams suck at drafting. So they might pick Skoronski at 9 and lose their mind about it. But Chad, based on everything that we've been talking about, Matt Owen, based on everything that we've been talking about, DJ, based on everything that we've been talking about, Marcus Harrison, King Element, everybody that may be in my Patreon, the one thing that I can constantly lean on, I would much rather, let me go to Tankathon so I can be sure. Where the Bears picking at in the second round? Let me see. Let me see something real fast. Because I tell you what, bro. The offensive lineman that I'm picking in the second round is way better than the offensive lineman I'm picking in the first round. Or pardon me, the offensive lineman that I can pick in the second round are better than the offensive lineman I can get at 9. That's big facts. So the Bears picking that, I can actually click on the Bears and they'll tell me. Here we go. The Bears pick because they gave up their pick to go get Claypool. The Bears picking, which I hate. The Bears picking at 53, 61, and 64. I can get you 2 offensive linemen, guard or tackle. It may not be the tackle you want, but you'll like the guard. I can pick you 2 offensive linemen at 53 and 61 or 65 better than the one that you're going to get at 9. That's facts. Or at least value-wise, let me say that. Skoronski is a good player, but shit, getting him at 9 makes me sick. Right? So if I'm the Bears, right, what's stopping me from adding another weapon? And to be fair, I don't really like Chase what's his face? Claypool like that. I don't even like Claypool like that. But I don't know. It is what it is. Trey Fargo says Bijan not even Zeke coming out of Ohio State. Well, this ain't Zeke, Jalen Ramsey, Joey Bosa, Buckner. Like, this ain't that draft, sir. This fucking Skoronski. Who else up here? Who else up here? This is Skoronski, allegedly Miles Murphy. That ain't gonna stay that long. Jalen Carter gonna be gone. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Devin Witherspoon, and Luke Van Ness. Come on, man. As a diehard Bears fan, we have absolutely zero talent on the D line. We desperately need to add talent to the D line. Hey, I don't hate that, but Elliott, let me tell you something. The D lineman you can get at 9. Let me go back. The D lineman you can get at 9 versus the D lineman you can get at 64, 61, and 53. I'm all about taking the best dude. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm just, but I'm all about taking the best guy. And the one thing that will make you shit yourself, what's his name? Elliott 970, the Bears fan. One thing that's gonna make you shit yourself, sir, is when you look into the future and this draft is over, right? Let's just say Peter Skoronski is no good, but you need offensive line. Or let's just say Peter Skoronski is solid and you got him because you needed offensive line. Or let's just say you drafted Miles Murphy.
Stop the cap.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
Let's just say you drafted Miles Murphy because you need D-line. Or you drafted Skoronski because you needed O-line. You gonna look back at those picks and then you gonna look at whatever team that drafted Bijan and you gonna go, I know we need an O-line and D-line. And I know Bijan Robinson's going to get a 5-year contract wherever he going to go. That gives us 5 years to build the O-line and D-line. Because in real life, y'all ass ain't going to win the Super Bowl this year or next year anyway. You will much rather have Bijan Robinson than these other two characters. I promise you. I promise you. Once again, Melvin Goldman says, I don't think Bijan is the runner that Zeke was. Let me say it differently. This draft ain't the draft that Zeke was in. This ain't the 2016 draft. This ain't that draft. This is simply not that draft. Hell, this draft ain't like the last few drafts. This draft ain't like the and this is really what I hate about the top 10 or so. And we about to get in the phones after this. This is what I'm really not feeling about this whole top 10 is, and why as a Cowboy fan, I'm actually more happy that we drafting in the back of the draft. If you look at Micah Parsons' draft, right? What it was, 2001, 2000, like 2020 draft, 2001, 22, 2001, right? If you look at the 2021 draft, if you drafted a non-quarterback in the top 12, you did not 13, because Slater was 13. If you drafted a non-quarterback in the top 13, you didn't miss. That was that draft. In the top 13 picks, if you drafted a non-quarterback, you did not miss. I can't vouch for what happened to Trey Lance and them and Zach Wilson and all that. I can't vouch for that. Chad, listen to how absurd this sounds right now. Let me ask y'all this. In that top 13, who was the worst pick? In the top 13 of that draft, what non-quarterback pick was the worst pick? It was either J.C. Horn or like Kyle Pitts or something, right? It ain't Slater. It ain't Surtain. It wasn't Sewell. It ain't Waddle. It ain't Chase. Right? If you picked in that top 13, the worst pick was either Pitts or J.C. Horn, and both those players are good players. That just lets you know what that class was like. Let me just take a look at this mock draft that's on Tankathon, right? So you got the quarterbacks. All right, cool. Will Anderson, Jalen Carter. Y'all know I love Jalen Carter. Will's a good player, but you know, if we start putting Will in other drafts, then you know. Tyree Wilson, Miles Murphy, Paris Johnson, Christian Gonzalez, Peter Skoronski, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Broderick Jones. As much as we love those players, respectively and respectfully, as much as we love those players, think about the non-quarterbacks that other year. Jamar Chase, Michael Parsons, Rashawn Slater, Patrick Surtain, Penei Sewell. You see what I'm saying? It ain't the same. So you almost owe it to yourself to give more respect to the day two guys, which is weird. Which is weird, man. You almost got to put more respect on the end of the round guys than the top 10 guys, because it's just a different value associated with top 10. The value's different and it makes you feel a different way, right? Like, for example, in this mock draft, in which I hate this, if you the Falcons, you got the 8th overall pick, you expect to feel good about your pick. But if you walk away with Miles Murphy, man, what the? Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? Jay Money says hindsight though, Voch. Ain't no damn hindsight. Cause in the 2000, what? Cause in that draft, I wasn't as high on Micah, so I'm not gonna give myself credit for that. But JC, Surtain, Jamar, Kyle Pitts, Penei Sewell, Jalen Waddle, we was fans of those guys. Ain't no hindsight. Ain't no hindsight. That shit worked out the way we thought it was gonna work out. Hold on. 2021 draft. And after this, we're gonna get to the phones, I promise. 2021 draft. Hold on. Was that Trev in there? Devontae Smith. Cool, I forgot about him. But even Devontae Smith. The alleged fall off, chat. The alleged fall off. And look, man, I like Elijah Vera Tucker. He's a good player, but he ain't Rashawn Slater, you know, Michael Parsons, Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, JC, you see what I'm saying? So if you the Bears, right? This go right back to that conversation. If you the Bears, you simply cannot be like, or if you anybody in this top 10, you simply cannot be like, hey man, we got a top 10 pick. We got to draft the offensive lineman so that whoever that offensive lineman is, that's going to be our cornerstone offensive lineman for the next 15 years. Man, that might not be the case, bro. That might not be the case, bro. Matt Owen says Falcons love Tyree Wilson. If they there, if he there, if he there for him. And look, even if you think about that, right? Tyree Wilson versus Micah. Skoronski versus Rashawn Slater. Paris Johnson versus Penei Sewell. Christian Gonzalez versus Patrick Surtain. This shit ain't close. It ain't close. I can even make the argument the quarterback's better. Trev, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields at 11. Boy, they was batting 50%. Come on, man. Let's get into these phones, bro. I love y'all to pieces, though. But this draft ain't that draft. This draft is not that draft. But anyway. Oh, look, we got news. I'm on Twitter, by the way. My bad. So the Eagles paid for Rashad, like they paid money for Rashad Penny. They ain't draft a guy. All right, cool. Let's get into it, man. You say so, motherfucker. Let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it. Where the phone's at? Here we go. We got.
The conference has been locked.
I ain't gonna lock y'all up like that.
The conference has been unlocked.
There we go. Brandon, what up, sir?
What's going on, Voch? How you doing, bro?
What's good, player? What you got for the show?
So I figured, since Sky won't in here today, I would put on my draft tape, come in here, talk some things with you.
I love that for you. Appreciate you.
And it's only right that you will be talking quarterbacks, the most important position.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. Anthony Richardson might be the only quarterback in the past 5 years or so that managed to make everyone forget about his film with a workout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's an athletic marvel, but everybody's seemed to forget his games against Kentucky, South Florida, and Georgia, which were train wrecks.
Mm-hmm.
But he runs, jumps, and throws a good deep ball, but he isn't necessarily accurate or clutch.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, you have guys like Hendon Hooker, who had good games against Kentucky, Alabama, and also Florida, who just got hurt.
Right.
Hendon Hooker's my quarterback too, by the way.
Right.
Compare that to another guy who people seem to be enamored with. One of these guys doesn't look like the other, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Will Levis.
Right.
Will Levis doesn't necessarily have any pocket awareness. Takes weird sacks and throws picks at bad times.
Mm-hmm.
But he just has, a cannon for an arm. How do you feel about Levis? You've been talking, around Levis, saying that people haven't been mentioning him. How do you feel about Will Levis?
I seen him in passing. His 2021 film was much better than his 2022 film. But you can always place that on, my guys that I had that are good are not here no more. But even if you gonna be that guy in this conversation amongst these other quarterback guys, you start to nitpick guys. So now you go, okay, well, Will Levis, what if you're on a team with no good players? Then what you look like? You know what I'm saying? And he has the arm talent, but it's the shoulder up stuff that can turn you off from his film or whatever. And just watching him on film, not to sound like Buddy that worked with Dave Hellman, but the eye test, and trust me, we're gonna watch a lot more film on him, but Will Levis just don't look like the other three guys.
Absolutely. I mean, physically and that might be why he's talked up so much.
This has nothing to do with him being a Caucasian quarterback, Brand, for Frank football. Don't you do that, sir. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that.
He's a darling, bro. He's a darling.
Darling.
Man, look, Bryce Young has been 5'10" his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
He's been balling.
Right.
We cannot throw salt on his name just because he plays for the University of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
If he's good, he's good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why do you think that now, just because it turns out that he ain't necessarily 6 foot, that people are kind of down on him? Do you think that certain teams are just trying to get him further down the board so that they can get him?
Talking about who now?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. And I just wish people stop saying Pat Mahomes' name, bro. I just wish that they stop saying. And look, even watching film,
Pat be great.
Even watching film, Bryce don't look like no damn Pat. But I mean it.
Pat is Pat. That's it.
Yeah. It could be the size thing. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But he better than Will Levis. But I think it's the whole: are you ceiling guy or are you floor guy? And quarterback in particular is a position of ceiling guys when we talk about evaluating quarterback. I can look at offensive line differently, right? I can look at offensive line and I can go, well, you know what? He may not be the best athlete in the world. He may not be the best moving offensive lineman, but you know what? His technique is solid, and I know what I'm getting from him. He's a high floor, low ceiling guy, but I know exactly what I'm getting with a low ceiling, high floor offensive lineman. I know that he can play. Quarterback is different, and when you at the top of the draft, you betting your whole franchise on a quarterback, guys seem to want the highest ceiling. So that's why when I see Carolina move up to first overall pick, they got to be banking for the best deal they could possibly get. And Bryce a good player, but CJ Stroud versus Georgia is better than all these people. Or if you take Anthony and fix his little mechanics and put him in a good offense and let him run around, he's better than everybody. You see what I'm saying? So I just think that Carolina's going for the best possible quarterback they can get, and Bryce has fallen because he's simply a high floor guy, which ain't bad neither. But which one are you?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I do agree where, to a certain extent, you have to take a guy with the high floor. You can't just bet on a guy's potential.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get, let's go back a few years, a Tom Savage situation.
Mm.
You bet on a guy you just hope that, he turns out great because he has a great name. Who wouldn't want a guy with a name like Tom Savage and just hopes that he's a superstar? But then you also have to hope that a guy just pans out to be a thing.
Right.
So I think that the floor is definitely the thing to bet on,
Sure.
Obviously we are both O-line connoisseurs.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're a fan of DeJuan Jones.
Yes, sir.
Are you just a fan of him because he is a winner of the genetic lottery, or do you think that he is technically better than guys like Broderick Jones or like Paris Johnson?
Into the Detroit thing. I just think he's better. This ain't got nothing to do with his size and his arm length, but offensive line and really anything in football, really, but especially offensive line or trench work rather, is how do you use the tools that you have, So like if I can make a D-line example, what I'm saying? Nolan Smith got a lot of tools. He has more tools than Tyree Wilson. But Tyree Wilson can probably beat more people because his arm length and size and strength tool may work differently than Nolan's tool. You like, that makes sense? So when I look at DeJuan Jones, he's not the athlete that Paris is. But Paris is a high ceiling guy. DeJuan is a high floor guy. And I actually love this versus because they on the same damn line, and I had to make sure I wasn't tripping, but I was watching them both. And if you pick plays that you like from both of them, you'll look over and see Paris lose to somebody, but you'll see DeJuan beating the shit out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? DeJuan doesn't have the feet. DeJuan doesn't have the beautiful pass set that we look for when we look for these top offensive linemen. But he has a tool of his arm length. His arm length can mitigate people being faster and quicker than him, right? So when I watch DeJuan Jones, I don't see how somebody can watch film on Skoronski and be like, oh, yeah, Skoronski better than Jones. I don't see how you can look at Ohio State film, look at Paris and go, oh, Paris's film is better than Jones. Paris probably got a higher ceiling. Paris ain't better than Jones. Broderick is close because because he is the athlete, right? Broderick has the physical tools similarly to Jones, but man, dog, DeJuan Jones got nuance also. He got nuance also. DeJuan Jones is a hand fighter. DeJuan Jones knows how to, if you trying to play long game with him, he know how to beat you. If you try to play short arm quick game, he know how to beat you. If you try to play power game, he's just stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like DeJuan just knows what to do with his tricks, and he may not get no better than what he is right now. But I just know for sure that he can play. I know DeJuan Jones can play. I don't know what these other dudes going to be when they get to the league, and they could be higher than they could be better than DeJuan Jones one day, but as of now, they're not.
I 100% agree. I did a live show on O-Lineman, I think about 2 weeks ago at one point. For y'all that don't follow me, look at me on YouTube at Frankly Football. And DeJuan Jones led a DN from one side of the O-line across the front all the way to the other end where Paris was. Mm-hmm. Just bounced him out of the club. It was a thing of beauty, right?
Yeah.
So even though he may not be able to be as speedy as some of these guys, he just beats them with pure size and brutality. Mm-hmm. And you maybe can teach a guy how to be more technically savvy, but you can't teach a guy how to be big.
Right.
And that's what DeJuan Jones won at. So he's gonna test defensive linemen just to see, if they can just get past the brick wall every single play.
Sure.
But I also think that just like you said, Paris is on the exact same line. So it's really good where you get to see them on the exact same line on the opposite end. And I did struggle sometimes, evaluating them to see who was better, because while Dwan is bigger, Paris has all of the tools.
Yep.
He can what's the best way to say it? He can cut off a 3-tech and then get right back to his man on the end.
Athletically, sure, 100%.
That's something that that's something that I don't think that Dwan has the speed to be able to do.
Right. But he got the length to do it. That's what I'm saying. There's always you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to look as pretty, and it's not going to be as guaranteed. I think, like DeJuan Jones have a hard time reaching like Aaron Donald or something. But, dog, how many Aaron Donalds is it? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. If I had to pick, DeJuan Jones just as of now, I just don't see how people can look at DeJuan Jones film and look at film on these other guys, be like, oh yeah, DeJuan Jones is a guy that's going to go in the second round somewhere, but these other guys are going to go in the first. I just, but I don't know. Teams suck at drafting. I don't know.
Yeah, and you want to know what's crazy? This will show you growth. When the draft season first started, I said that Peter Skoronski was tackle 1. He is no longer tackle 1. So this will show you that people can watch film over and over and grow.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
You don't have to be monolithic with it.
I'm glad, man. Cause look, Nick Gashler had my boy Nolan Smith as a 5th round pick, and I had to cuss him out and call him a coward, but he fixed it. So it's all good now. It's all good.
Of course.
All good. That's all you got, Brandon?
Yeah, I'll give other people a chance. I was gonna move on to these wide receivers, but I want to give other people a chance, man.
Okay, cool. We'll see what the time look like when I get these people off, and if I holler for you to call back, just call back and we'll talk about them a little bit.
Shoot me a text.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. Brandon from Frankly Football. Brandon from Frankly Football on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. Let's get into these calls though. Oh, also, too, let me mute this. So while I was talking to Brandon, Michael Lombardi did drop a little bit of news that the Cowboys were looking to trade for a corner. I don't know what that means, but if y'all see me looking over here, this is my Twitter. This is the phones. This is y'all. So, we'll see. We'll see. Is DeJuan Jones going to play tackle or guard in the NFL? See, and look, that's another thing, right? I don't just call dudes guards because they big as hell. DeJuan Jones is a damn tackle. He is straight up and down a tackle. He is such a tackle. I don't think he's a guard at all. But wait. Cowboys trade for PZ Alfuego. Jeffrey Kofelkovich. Snap. PZ Alfuego was on 7 different practice squads last year. PZ Alfuego is crazy. God damn, boy. Who is that? Is that a real person? PZ Fuego is crazy. All right, let's get who I said? Isaiah from California. We ain't heard from him in a minute. What up, Zay?
How you doing, sir? I just had a quick comment.
Yes, sir.
You were speaking about it earlier about how Bear fans are completely against the idea of drafting a skill position player, running back, receiver.
Yes, sir.
I've had a few Bear fans that I work with who are telling me it would be a gross use of their number 9 pick to draft a receiver or weapon for Fields. And I just wanted your comment on some Bear fans who are super hesitant of surrounding their franchise QB with weapons for the future.
Yeah.
And I'll get off right now and let you answer that.
Well, Zay, appreciate you, sir. But I think one thing that Bears fans can walk away from this conversation, with anything that I say, just first of all, say, y'all not going to win the Super Bowl this year. You're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. So trying to make the most complete roster that you possibly can, that's not going to be in your best interest. You're still a growing developing team. You got the first overall pick for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You're losing games. So in my mind, you have to take the best players available right now. Now, later on, once you go, all right, we got a good left tackle, we got a good linebacker, we got a good, Bijan Robinson, we got a good slot receiver, we got a number 2 guy in Clay Hooper. Maybe we can do this. Once you have more pieces, that's when you can go, all right, now I think it's a bad idea to do anything but offensive line. It'll be a waste to pick offensive line here because we have all these pieces. We need this. Because like I said earlier when we was talking about this, if you look at the landscape of this draft, there's not a O lineman / D lineman that you're going to feel really good about at 9th overall. You just not. You're not. I watch film, bro. Skoronski at 9 overall makes me sick. Miles Murphy at 9 overall make me sick. Jalen Carter, Tyree Wilson, Will Anderson. I mean, those would be great, but they'll be gone. They'll be gone. The one person that don't make me sick at 9th overall out of those lists is Bijan Robinson. if you want to pick the best cornerback you possibly can, I don't hate that because those dudes kind of fit what's going on right there. The best wide receiver may be high for him, but I don't hate it. Bijan fits there. I just wouldn't take Paris Johnson right there. I wouldn't take Skoronski right there. I just wouldn't do it. You know, I understand there's a lot of people that's gonna be like, all right, cool, well, trade back from 9 and go get some other guys. Well, sure, that's a good idea because the further back you go, the better the players are. Plus, you're the Bears, you're a bad team, you need some more picks. So go and get more picks, but it takes 2 people to do that. It takes 2 people to do that. It takes more than just you wanting to go back into the draft. Somebody got to want to come up in the draft. And who the hell wants to come up to 9th overall and stare Peter Skoronski in the face and Miles Murphy in the face? So just take the best dudes, and the running back might be the best guy. Dog, Peasy Alfuego is crazy. What was I about to do? Phones. But fantastic point though. Zay, good point. And thanks for the call. Let's get Jalen on the phone. What's up, Jalen?
Raj, what's up with it, boss?
What's good, player? What you got for the show?
Shit, no, man. So basically, man, I'm looking at us drafting at 26. I see a lot of people drafting Kalijah Chansey.
Yeah.
Chansey, whatever it is.
Sure.
And me personally, man, I love him, man, but I feel like, man, we need man, somebody that can stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
The guy has short arms.
Mm.
He gets moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He really doesn't have a lot of leverage. I see.
Sure.
You know, I really don't figure. I really don't think you can coach that
to
have good run game. Abilities, but my thing is why not? If you want to drop the D tackle at 26, why not go ahead and try to trade up?
Here.
You know my thing is,
Here. God damn it. Let me change the title of this video. Go ahead and keep talking. We listening to you. Go ahead, keep talking.
But my thing is, why not trade up, man, and try to go ahead and grab Jalen Carter if that's what we want to go with.
Right.
Tackle. In which I understand, though, man, one of our biggest problems as a Cowboys fan, though, is fan. One of our biggest problems on our defense is our run game, man. And I feel like if you had a solid defensive tackle in there, man,
right,
our defense would be number 1, number 2, in any phase of the game, running or passing.
Let me ask you this, Jalen. What if a guy like Stephon Gilmore was your cornerback too? How would you feel about that, sir? I just want you to answer the question just like that. I just answer that question, sir. How would that make you feel?
Depends on the money, man.
I don't know nothing about money, but we traded a 5th round compensatory pick for him. How'd that make you feel?
Just right now?
That's nothing.
That made me feel good, man.
That's nothing. Perfect, Jalen. Get off the phone. I got stuff to talk about. Appreciate you, Jalen. Appreciate you. Good call. Right. Good call. Fantastic. This is what we gonna do. Give me 2 seconds. I need to make a phone call. Let me call my guy, Paul. Volume, Paul. Let me call Paul. See what Paul talking about. Cause I was getting ready to clock out, man. I was just getting ready to clock out, man.
Hey, Bob.
What's up, Paul? You busy?
No, I'm all good. What's up?
So the Cowboys just traded a compensatory 5th round pick for Stephon Gilmore. So I'm probably about to stop all this little number 1 overall pick talk because I have talked about it for an hour, and I'm probably about to dive right into this Stephon Gilmore talk. If it's not too much work, if it's not too much, I'll even hit your cash out for the emergency. I just need a thumbnail that got Stephon Gilmore in there somewhere. Is that okay, sir?
That's fine by me. Appreciate
you, my guy. I seen your cash up. I got to talk about this. Appreciate you, man.
All right, see you.
Let me tell you something. Goddamn tell y'all something. Goddamn tell y'all something. Goddamn tell y'all something.
The conference has been unlocked.
Let me unlock the phone real quick, and let me make an adjustment. Let me make an adjustment to the title here. We about to talk about Stephon Gilmore, chat. We about to talk about Stephon Gilmore, chat. And you know the best part about it? You know the best part about Stephon Gilmore, chat? He's your cornerback too. Oh boy. Stephon Gilmore is your cornerback too. So even if he ain't New England Patriot, Stephon Gilmore, he's your cornerback too. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head, because there's something else I gotta say. Dallas. There's something else I gotta say. Hold on. And let me unlock the phone for y'all too. Okay, it's unlocked. Never mind. It's unlocked. Y'all can call in. We can talk if you want to. Dallas Cowboys trade for Stephon Gilmore. Shit, how to spell Gilmore? How to spell Gilmore? I almost tapped Gallimore. I typed Gallimore. All right, cool. It's 1 L. And I'm going to give y'all some analysis on this. Gilmore. Dallas Cowboys trade for Stephon Gilmore. Then, which quarterback goes first overall in the 2020 draft? We're going to copy that. We're going to save that. We're going to run over to the Lombardi side. Okay. We're going to edit that video. We're going to edit that stream. Boom. All right. And we're going to talk about Stephon Gilmore, chat. And the first thing that come to my mind, first of all, bro, we ain't had to give up nothing to do this. We gave up nothing to do this. Save. Perfect. Cool. We done. So listen, let me tell you what's so fire about this Gilmore trade, right? One, you didn't have to give up the farm to go get him. You ain't had to give up the farm to go get him. You sent a 5th round compensatory pick, bro. Let me just run the tankathon real fast just to be accurate, because I like to be accurate. Bro. 5th round compensatory pick. So that's either pick 169 or 176. 169, 176. That's the pick you gave up to go get Stephon Gilmore. So that makes me feel really good. Okay. 2, you're not forced to, draft a cornerback in rounds 1, 2, or 3. We always talk about this, right? We always talk about making your draft or making your draft pick as least influential as you could possibly get it based on your roster, right? You don't want the lack of a dude on your roster to influence your draft. Why is that important? Well, because you don't want to be like, okay, well, who's better? The 5th offensive lineman that I need, the 7th corner that I need, or Jahmyr Gibbs. See what I'm saying? You want to go into the draft with a clean slate of, all right, we're just going to walk in this thing and just somehow get better. You understand? So if you got a guy like Stephon Gilmore, he comes right in to your cornerback 2 spot, right? He comes right into your cornerback 2 spot, and you can at least go to sleep tonight knowing that there won't be deep passes versus cornerback 2. Man, come on, man. He doesn't have to be the number 1 guy that's going to follow around Justin Jefferson, right? He doesn't have to be the guy that's going to follow around Jamar Chase when we go play them. That's what Diggs does. I just got a report right here. He is getting $7.2 million. Come on, man. 7.2. 7.9. 7.9. He getting $7 million. Damn it. He getting $7 million and a conditional 5th. Pick 169 is what we gave up to get him. He plays across from Trey Diggs. You're not forced to draft a corner in the draft. You get to keep DeRon Bland at nickel. You retain Donovan Wilson. Pick 169. Chat, what's there not to like? What's there not to like? Plus, also too, something else I think is a thing right now. I think this at least shows us that the Cowboys understand and they acknowledge what their deficiencies are. You know? Don't y'all hate walking into a season feeling like we the only ones that know when the Cowboys bad at something? You know what I mean? It be feeling like we the only ones that know the Cowboys bad at something. I be up here like, boy, I hate Conor McGovern. And they ass be up there like, boy, I love Conor McGovern. You know what I'm saying? This at least makes me feel. You make me feel. This at least makes me feel that Voch acknowledges cornerback 2 as a huge problem. And let me just tell you another thing that I like, because we doing this on the fly, chat. Let me tell you another thing I love about this the most, bro. Let me just cut my shit. I know I'm playing the hell out the war call button, bro. I know I'm just playing the hell out the war call, bro, but damn, we didn't throw a Nolan Carroll at the position. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy we didn't just throw a Nolan Carroll. We didn't just throw a Trayvon Mullen. You know what I mean? I'm so glad we didn't just walk into this thing going, well, you know what, buddy? You know how I feel? We just gonna roll with Nashawn Wright, goddamn. I'm just glad the Cowboys didn't do that, bro. I'm just so glad the Cowboys didn't do that. And look, Stephon Gilmore. Is he the Stephon Gilmore that was New England Patriot best cornerback in the league a couple years ago? He's probably not that guy. But is he better than Trayvon Mullen? Is he better than Kelvin Joseph? Is he better than Nashawn Wright? Is he better than Xavier Rhodes? Stephon Gilmore is better than all those people. And if all he got to do is just be cornerback 2. Hey, look, all you got to do is upgrade cornerback 2 for us. All you got to do is upgrade cornerback 2 for us. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to do nothing else. You ain't got to do a thing. Just upgrade cornerback 2 for us. That just means the Cowboys defense got a little better. And I'm saying a little to be, I'm saying a little to be nice, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how much better, we're like, I don't want to just come out and say, oh, well, he's ridiculously better than what we have. But that motherfucker, he is way better than fucking Trayvon Mullen, bro. He way better. We got to win today, chat. We got to win. This also, so if anything, also too, Brother Paul say we good. Let me go look at that thumbnail, boy. Let me go look at that thumbnail so I can see what this look like. Hold on. Let me just pull up YouTube. Let me just look and see what this thumbnail look like. Let me see. Okay, the thumbnail the same. Okay, cool. Let me go look at the volume, see what that thumbnail look like. Look at that. Look at that thumbnail. What a thumbnail. Dallas Cowboys trade for Stephon Gilmore from the Indianapolis Colts. Voch Lombardi reaction. Boy, goddamn, boy. Shouts out to Paul, man. Shouts out to Paul, boy. Hey, listen, man. Let me tell y'all something, bro. I like these moves, and you need these moves, bro. You need these moves, bro. You need them. Me and Will still talked about the idea of no stone left unturned, No stone left unturned. We feel like we have enough star players on this team, but we don't have enough role players, We don't have enough role players, you understand? What the hell Danny Savage say? I ain't trying to read it. I ain't trying to read what Dan. We got Gilmore. You need role players. So we have a Trayvon Diggs. You know, we really like what we got in DeRon Bland, dog. But if cornerback is a stone, we don't need to just leave it unturned, bro. And the best part about it is Gilmore playing with Diggs and with this pass rush will make him better. You know, when the Eagles signed Ndamukong Suh, we didn't go, well, he not the Ndamukong Suh he used to be. Well, he's a role player now. And there was a stone that needed to be turned over. So I do love this for the Cowboys that they're acknowledging a stone that needs to be turned over. And we just turning them shits over, bro. We just flipping them over. We spatula, scrape, flipping them over. I don't know if we're going to keep doing shit like this. I don't know if we're just going to continue to do things like this in Cowboy Nation. But just the idea of, hey, yo, bro, like, there were two impediments, and I kept saying this. There were two impediments to the Dallas Cowboys defense last year. It was run game, and it was cornerback 2. Danny Savage giving y'all this ranking, but that's like the overall year ranking. Cowboys got much better at run defense in the second half of the season, especially when Jonathan Hankins got there, especially when Leighton Vander Esch was healthy. Right? It was stopping the run, and it was attacking cornerback 2. The Cowboys got better at stopping the run, but they never fixed the problem, the impediment of cornerback 2. Niggas didn't fix cornerback 2, goddamn. Let me go to the phone and see what y'all talking about, man. Oh, we got 800 people watching live on Voch Lombardi channel. Boy, y'all just know how to show up, don't you? Y'all just know how to show up, don't you? Voch Lombardi, Law Nation will be here later. Y'all just know how to come through, huh? Let's open up the phones, man. We ain't doing nothing else. We ain't doing nothing else.
Oh.
What's up, Reek?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Everything good, my guy? Cowboys? Everything good. What you think about this Stephon Gilmore signing to the Dallas Cowboys for $7.9 million against the cap and was traded for a conditional 5th round pick, and that pick's either going to be picked 169 or 176, one of the comp picks in the 5th there. What you got?
That was smart. They finally doing some smart moves. I really believe. I'm happy that we got two. Like people have been saying, we got 2 head coaches and 2 good spots on our team. One as head coach and one as the defensive coordinator of this team. I think they both know what they need on this team. They getting some impact players, even though some of them they got a little bit of tread still left on the tires, but they still can roll in current situations. They know about making it to the Super Bowl. They know about being in playoff football, playoff situations. That's what we was lacking last year. So them moving forward and not just sitting around, just waiting to the end of free agency and the end of the draft to try to make some moves, that's a positive thing going forward for these Cowboys, man. So I hope they keep on making moves and willing and dealing, man. That's all we really want as a fan base.
Yeah.
Keep willing and dealing, man, and improve on what we did the last couple of years. We only should get better from there. So it was a smart move by the Cowboys, and I hope they keep it up.
Appreciate you, Reek. Right. No stone left unturned. I'm just on this. I'm just on Twitter, and everybody tagging me to the news. I see it, y'all. Come on in. Listen, man, because just to kind of further on the point I was making earlier, right? Like, I think Dan Quinn did such a job of just whittling people down to like their last resort offensively, right? To where towards the end of the season, they were just like, all right, we just going to throw short passes and hope to get yak out of it. We just going to get rid of the ball in 2 seconds. And look, that was a lot of the reason why the pass rush went down, because they were just getting rid of football. But there was a point to where I believe, it really happened all year, but Jacksonville really got busy on it. But they were just like, hey, man, we just going to catch and throw this thing. We're just going to catch 9 route this thing. And cornerback 2 made it to where they didn't have to hold the ball very long. Right? This pass rush was its best at the beginning of the year when teams, didn't even recognize how good the Cowboys pass rush was, when they could just line up and go, all right, cool. Well, I'm just going to, throw the ball around. Like this happened with the Rams. This happened with the Bengals. They just lined up, threw the ball around, but they got sacked a bunch, right? After a while, they would go, all right, we got to get rid of the ball quicker. So let's beat them in coverage this way. by attacking cornerback 2. Well, if you take away the idea of just getting rid of the ball quickly, deep to cornerback 2, if you just take that away, naturally teams gonna have to start holding the ball longer to take advantage of some of these guys. Or the whole, hey, we're gonna run double moves versus Trey Diggs. You got to have time in the pocket to do that, right? So if you take away these catch and throws, your goddamn pass rush gets even better. Shouts out to you. There's some people in the chat box that are asking, what did we give up to get them? We gave up a compensatory 5th round pick. I'm not sure which one yet. It is either 169 or 176, one of those picks. And it seems like his cap hit the first year is going to be 7.9. So there's your answer to that. Let's get back to the phone and see what y'all talking about. Let's hear y'all's reactions there. Martise from Philly, what's up, sir?
Yo, Voch.
What's good with you?
Can I tell you how amped I am, bro?
Tell us, because it don't sound like it. So please tell us.
Scary ass. It's like. Let me keep this quick. I'm gonna touch on the Eagles really quick. When the Eagles got Bradbury last year, I was like, dang, they're gonna be a problem. Why? Because they were able to play more soft coverage with a smart, disciplined corner with great hands, who can also has the awareness to get at the deep ball, right? And they played tons of soft coverage, and they had tons of picks, and their pass rush was just able to fly all game. Go to the Super Bowl, and I'm going to be quick with this. The Chiefs' offense only scored 7 points in the first half. They got that defensive fumble, right? It was, you just look at offense, defense, it was 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, they were spanking them. And my point to that is when you look at this team, like you've been nailing cornerback 2, it's the type of cornerback 2 you got now. He'll tackle, he'll strip the ball, he got great hands, he's brilliant. So now you're in a situation where we walk in this draft, it's like, let us come up out of here with a D tackle. Somehow, let us come up out of here with some more extra high-level interior pressure. Good luck, bro.
Sure.
We got Dano back. Good luck. Good luck. So that scary step that we was kind of hoping for, we were screaming it all year. Cornerback 2, cornerback 2, cornerback 2. Now we got him, and we didn't have to do it in the draft. We didn't have to give up a big pick. We didn't have to pay him a ton of money. So you got that potential one-year rental with all this flexibility to make your defense deep and stupid scary. And the last thing I'm going to say is that made me think about the Eagles. What do we have a problem with? All right, we got Diggs for one of their dudes. Now we got to worry about, are they going to be able to get after cornerback 2?
Right.
They ain't going to Diggs at all in that first game. So now we got a situation where we can actually zone in on running Hurts and get back to the point where we can own that division.
Sure.
Because if we don't win the division, we don't get home field, we don't get by.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking right in the NFC East, what he does for us, and I'm amped.
Appreciate you, Martise. Good call, man.
I know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Michael Gelkin just came out, and mind y'all, while I'm listening to y'all talk, while I'm reading the chat box over here, I'm looking at Twitter right here, just kind of getting updates as they come, and so if y'all see me looking right here, I'm just waiting on updates. Michael Gelkin said that this was the 5th round pick that they got Cooper with. Now, I thought it was a compensatory pick. I mean, either way, we just getting information. I thought it was a comp pick that we got him with, but either way, it is a 5th round pick, regardless of which 5th round pick it was. But either way though, bro, that's like Steele. We were here pre-free agency going, all right, we're gonna have to spend one of the top 3 picks on cornerback. We're gonna have to spend one of the top 3 picks on cornerback. And you basically spent the 5th round pick on corner. you spent one of your comp 5th round picks on corner. Can't beat that with a stick. Voch, read the chat. We're gonna read these supers in a second. Skywalker missed out today. Eagles about to pay for the match at running back cut. Voch, a friend of mine works for PFF, and they said keep an eye out on a Brandon Cooks trade. We'll see. We'll see. Also, too, though, one more thing, right, is how long, how many times have we been watching free agency, right? We'd be watching free agency and they were like, oh, Pro Bowl level player goes to this goofy ass little team. Trade for a fifth round pick, trade for a day 3 pick, right? We see this all the time, but we never be a part of that. We never get to be a part of that because we always go down, bro. Like I got one of them picks. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems like I don't know why the Colts offloaded him like that. I guess they just wanted to get rid of his contract. So if he's gonna be with Dallas, Dallas is paying half of it. And I remember Gilmore because look, we was trying to get Gilmore the first time. And I don't know. I guess the dollar amount was too big for the Colts, but the Cowboys, the Colts gonna pay half. The Cowboys gonna pay the other half. I don't know how long that contract is. We're gonna definitely, get that information out to you whenever we know it. And of course, when we done here, Law Nation to tell you everything you need to know. Go over there, watch his work. But dog, we gave up nothing to get your starting cornerback too. I love this more, right? Because watch this. Even if you do draft a corner. In which I fully expect the Cowboys to do it now. Even if you do draft a corner, there's no emergency for that dude to have to be good now. There's no, there's no urgency for that dude to just have to come in and just be great right now. You get a veteran in Trey Diggs, and you get a veteran in Gilmore, and you get competition in Deron Bland and bow our heads for Kelvin Joseph and Nashawn Wright and all those characters or whatever, but Jordan Lewis probably. Jordan Lewis would be here, but even if though, right? Like that's just adding more competition to the room. Either that, or you just cut Jordan Lewis and save. What was the number? I had it written down on my notepad. I had all that information for us because I remember we did the work that day, right? We pulled the numbers and we played a good game of Would You Rather. Jordan Lewis, if you cut Jordan Lewis right now, you could save $4.7 million. Chat, you got Trey Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, Deron Bland, Israel Mukwamu, Kelvin Joseph going to be in the tuck because he's a kicking teams dude, but he can still give you upside if it just clicks for him and figure it out one day. Nashawn Wright probably, I don't know what's going to happen with him. Chat, can I interest you in freeing up $4.7 million by cutting Jordan Lewis? Chat, can I do that for you? Big Flock says Jay Luda, special teams. Jay Lou ain't playing on special team. Jay Lou not that guy. Some people saying trade Jordan Lewis. I think I don't know how much you get back for a guy like Jordan Lewis coming off Achilles, well, coming off of whatever his injury is. But 4.7 check. Can I interest you in that? Or do you just keep Jordan Lewis and just whatever? It was pick 176. Sensational. Dog, they got the worst 5th round pick we got. Boy, Stephen Jones, frugal as hell, boy. Hey, man, Stephen Jones, cheap as hell, ain't it? If they got pick 176, that's the cheapest. That's the lowest 5th round pick we got, boy. Get your ass up out of here, man. Let's get some more people on the phone while I look on Twitter and scour it for information. Plus, I need to post some gifts. So let me quote tweet Tom Pelissero. Let me go to my gift folder. Let me go find my Chance the Rapper. Where my Chance the Rap at? And we'll just play that. We'll just play that for all the good people on the Twitter machine. And if y'all not following me on Twitter, y'all need to just follow me on Twitter. All right. No copyright. Let's get into the phones again. Is this a different Isaiah from California? We gonna get back to him. DJ, what up?
Hey, what's going on, Voch? How you doing, brother?
My bad, I had you on hold for a while. You probably called in to talk about draft and the Gilmore news happened, so my fault.
Oh no, you good. You good, man. You good. I mean, I will gladly wait for if information like this gonna happen on a regular basis.
It's all good,
and,
my guy. Go ahead. What you got?
If this don't keep happening, Sky got to miss till the draft. It's gonna happen like this.
Hey man, come on, man. You already know. Man. Look. This gonna be the vibes when he gone. You're fired. You will up out of here. Go ahead.
For content reasons, you're gonna make a big old thing out of it, but you'll tell them on the side off the air, be like, "Hey man, I'm gonna hire you back right after the draft." But right now, we just gonna, we gotta part our ways because we gotta make sure this happens.
For sure.
The balance that's gonna ensue. Like, which way do you go, right? I mean, there's two different guys. There's two different ways to attack it, but I mean, just the overall secondary and the ability for the pass rush to benefit from that is why everybody's so excited. Maybe they haven't been able to articulate it like that just yet.
Sure.
And then, of course, this kind of changes the draft side and balances things off. Could you draft a cornerback? Sure, if he's BPA, but outside of that, you don't have to. You're not fishing for one anymore.
Yeah.
So that just limits what you have to look at in those higher rounds when you're getting the most value for these guys. So all the way around, man, like the signing like this just changes the game. Now, of course, we want to keep it going. Let's not be ungrateful, right? We're happy that they did something finally, but I'm kind of like a kid who's been getting socks for the past 4 years, and I finally get a big present. I get a PS5 for one. You know what I mean? So, just keep it rolling, keep it going, because there are other needs to be addressed, and that way you can get the true best value out of the draft as well. This is draft day, all 32.
Finally, man. Finally, man. We are turning over stones. Appreciate you, DJ. Good call, sir.
Yes, sir.
Danny Savage. We'll see what he talking about. What's up, Danny Savage?
Good afternoon, Voch.
What's good with you, my guy?
Great trade. I definitely think Will McClay must have did this trade because if I'm mistaken, didn't we give up Cooper and a 6th pick to get a 5th rounder back?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, that was like and also someone said this is a comp pick. I don't believe you get comp picks when you trade people. I could be wrong though.
I don't think the Cooper pick was a comp pick. I do agree, but they did spend the comp pick to get Gilmore. Correct.
Yes, which was I think great.
I think this comp pick may have been like Connor Williams or something. Connor Williams, I think.
Okay. Listen, like I said, listen, we didn't give up much, and great. So I also think though I would get rid of Jay Lou at 4.7 if we can give that money to Wagner all day long.
Yeah.
I would do that. I'm a little bit all over the place because we started with quarterback, then we went to the Bears. I wouldn't be surprised you see the Bears move back again, just because they have so many holes. That's just my opinion. Offensive line wise, I got Broderick Jones as my tackle one. Then I got Parrish, the left tackle from Ohio, Parrish Jones.
Sure.
But then the kid you're talking about, the right tackle, and I forgot about that. He was supposedly like this big Division I prospect in basketball. So even though he's so big, if he was playing basketball and had all these Division I offers, he got good feet. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just me. And the Skoronsky kid, to be honest with you, I don't even have him in the first round. That's just me. What do you think of Darnell Wright from Tennessee?
Darnell Wright is a technician and a hand fighter. I like him a whole bunch. He had pretty good tape versus Alabama versus Will Anderson. I think he's a better pass blocker than he is a run blocker, but I don't think he's a bad run blocker. I'm always seeing Tennessee throw the ball and they kind of do weird stuff in their run scheme. So I really haven't gotten a great idea about how he can really dig guys out of gaps or whatever. Like if he's right tackle moving left, digging a 3-tech out of, B gap or something like that. And I'll probably watch him some more, but I do feel like he's a solid run game player because I have seen him in some goal line stuff, but he really makes money in the pass block department. Great movement, great hands, great technician.
And I'm gonna land a plane on this, and I hope this doesn't happen. Dallas leaving Steele out there with a second-round tender. That second-round pick could be 32. That second-round pick could be number 64. I'm going to let you answer this. You're a guru, too, on offensive line. If Connor McGovern got $23 million, what do you think the value of Steele is? And why wouldn't a team throw 45, 50 million at Steele? And then all we're getting is something from 32 to 64. And then we got to pray that guy pans out at right tackle. I'm afraid it's happened before with Steve Hutchinson. He was a guard. He played. One of the ways it happened was he played both for the Seahawks and the Vikings.
Yeah.
One of those teams threw a tag like this on it, and then the other team threw out a sick number at it. They couldn't match it, and then boof, the guy switched teams for like a low draft pick.
Yeah.
So I just hope that don't happen with Steele.
And if the Cowboys do the whole second round pick tender thing, I would hope that it's for a second round pick in the high 30s, because I really like Terrence Steele as a player. Like, I really like Terrence Steele. But it depends on the money, though. It depends on the money, though. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But if someone at 63, I think 63 is the last second round pick. If they offer Steele that contract, that's the pick Dallas is getting.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hope that doesn't happen. That's just things going around in my brain.
But 9 times out of 10, Terrence Steele gonna get paid, because I think he'll be cheaper than he'll probably get paid less than what his real value is, because he's Terrence Steele. Like Laramie Tunsil can ask for whatever he wants to, because his name is Laramie Tunsil. He was drafted first round. I think Tyler Smith can probably ask for what he wants, because he's first round pick. Tyler Smith. I think name has a lot to do with this stuff. So just in my mind, if I had to pick, just like J-Ron Curse is a guy that's not demanding a whole bunch of money on the market because his name J-Ron Curse. We know J-Ron's a good player, and he probably deserves to get paid a little bit more. I think that same thing will happen with Terrence. Terrence Steele being undrafted and his name being Terrence Steele, and this last year being the best film he's ever put out. I don't think he'll be able to demand a crazy ass number. So he might just get the 15 million and we'll just sign him for that. But I think his value is worth more than that 15 mil. So I just hang on to Terrence.
But who do you think had better tape last year, McGovern or Steele?
Terrence Steele.
And that's a dumb question.
Terrence Steele.
I don't know the answer.
Terrence Steele.
And McGovern got 23 mil. So like I said, I just hope that doesn't happen.
Well,
great show as always.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I'm glad we got Gilmore.
Appreciate you. I think it's a little different because Connor McGovern was a free agent and he can just demand whatever he wanted. That ain't true, but he basically got to negotiate his price or whatever. I think Terrence's number is just more so what the Cowboys control that number. You know what I'm saying? So if another team offer, the Cowboys can match that number. I don't think that number gets super high on the market, but I could be wrong, motherfuckers. I don't know. Let's read some supers and then we're gonna get to the phones, cause I'm sure the supers have been flying in, and I'll come back and read them again. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know we're gonna get to you. We gonna get to you, man. Here we go. Super music, super. I need to get that future drop also for the super chats. All right, today the 14th. Yeah, day the 14th. Raw Mark dropped a deuce and says, without Dan Quinn, we'd be back to Jeff Heath and JJ Wilcox. Damn. I don't know. I can't confirm, but appreciate you, Raw Mark. AJ, the camera technology guy, dropped 5 and says, teams like Bears at the top of the draft can't worry about need. They need everything. Facts. Super Bowl ain't on the table, but getting better always is. Get the best dudes. Salute. Appreciate you, AJ. Dan got the plan, dropped the deuce and says, Voch, Cowboys watching your videos. They better not be. I am Gambit dropped the deuce and says, keep up the great work. Salute, my guy. Mr. Leota said, cornerback 2 with a cry emoji. I know. I know, Leotis. Appreciate you, mate. Not Leotis, but Otis. Just regular Otis, not Leotis, but Otis. Otis said the best thing about the signing is the young DBs and young defensive players can learn from Gilmore. Fantastic, 100%, sir. They have an old player and they got a veteran in Trey Diggs now. Fantastic. Kenny Lott dropped a dime and says, improve your defense and your offense. Get a good receiver. Return to being a passing offense, being top 12 in defense and top 5 passing offense. Kenny Lott can't wait for us to throw the football around. Appreciate you, sir. And we'll leave the Voch Lombardi supers up there. We'll refresh them after the show. And on the volume side, let me refresh. On the volume side, we caught up on the volume side. We are caught up on the volume side. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all to pieces. Okay, cool. I just can't express. I just can't say enough, right? I don't want to say the word fleeced. I don't want to say the word stole. I don't want to say, anybody got robbed, right? Stephon Gilmore for a team that's trying to win now for $7.9 million. We might have to extend them, but this year is $7.9 million for the lowest, the cheapest 5th round pick we got. The cheapest conditional 5th round pick we got. Give me Bobby Wagner and one of them receivers, and I'll leave you alone. Give me Bobby Wagner and one of them receivers. I'll leave you alone. Give me Bobby and one of them receivers. We can go on the draft and draft the best offensive lineman, the best player available. Draft Jahmyr Gibbs. I'll leave you alone. I ain't gonna say nothing else to you. Let's get back to the phones, man. While I scroll on Twitter to see if we can get any more updates. What a day. We got Z the Ravens fan. What's up, sir?
Hey, Voch, how are you doing?
What's good, player? What you got for the show?
Not much. So, Lamar Jackson, tomorrow he could start negotiating with teams, and thus far things have been pretty quiet, but I have a theory on that. So, you know how normally agents, they talk to teams, and since they're representing a bunch of players, they could just on the side talk to teams about what's this player's market like. Since it's Lamar Jackson, if you try talking to Lamar Jackson, you're tampering, and look what happened to the Dolphins. They're minus the 1st round pick because of it. So I think teams are staying quiet until then. But all of this reporting that like Atlanta or Washington are not interested, I have a hard time believing it. Your thoughts?
Quarterback is the most important position in football. The most impactful position in football. Deshaun Watson got his bread. Not because Deshaun Watson deserved to get his bread, but there exists a team that's goofy enough to give Deshaun Watson his bread. So if there exists a team that's goofy enough to give Deshaun Watson his bread, there has got to be a team, and I ain't even gonna say goofy, but there's got to be a team that exists
desperate
that'll give Lamar Jackson some bread. I don't want to hear about how smart it is or not smart it is to draft a running quarterback. Christian McCaffrey just got a trade haul for the damn Panthers from San Francisco.
There was a bunch of comp picks too.
You know what I'm saying?
They farm comp picks.
Like Jimmy Garoppolo still getting money out here.
I mean,
I'm just not trying to hear it. I'm just not trying to hear it. Knowing that if Lamar Jackson is on your squad, the idea of your team changes. I was talking to my homie about this the other day. You know how just the addition of a player can change your overall perception of a team?
everything.
There's a bunch
it
of
changes the whole team's perspective.
There's a bunch of young football fans that don't remember when Green Bay wasn't a good team. Or they don't remember when San Fran wasn't a good team. Or they don't remember when the Chiefs was not a good team. But you add a player, now we talk about the Chiefs every year. We talk about the 49, like just certain players can change the forecast of your organization, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You acquire a Lamar Jackson, it changes the entire forecast of your organization. It's just weird to me that I don't know, the damn Jets are more likely to gamble on Aaron Rodgers and the hostage situation that he putting them through than to just guarantee some money to a young Lamar Jackson right now. It's just strange to me, but it is what it is.
I agree. So, for example, as a Cowboys fan, if the Commanders were to trade for Lamar Jackson, Ron Rivera, he's in year 3 now?
Mm-hmm.
Arthur Smith, he's in year 3. These guys, they haven't been winning much. They haven't been making the playoffs. It's been a few years since Washington's been there. Arthur Smith is
We get Jared Judy, I'm going to jail. Jail. I'm sorry, Z, what you say? I'm sorry.
Something break? What happened?
Ain't nothing break. I'm just reading the comments, dog. Ain't nothing break. I'm just letting people know the severity. The severity of the situation here. But go ahead, dog. My bad. Ain't nothing happened yet. If that, whew.
My question to you is, what do you think Lamar Jackson is as a quarterback? I think he's easily a top 5 quarterback. I think worst case scenario, you'd have him maybe 7 or 6. And if he gets traded, most likely it's going to be to the NFC. And if you get a 7 or 6th best quarterback in the NFC, he's probably the 3rd best quarterback minimum in the NFC. And let's say he goes to the Lions, Falcons, Washington, they're instantly locking themselves up with a playoff spot. And as a Cowboys fan, how would you feel if he got traded to Washington?
I mean, I'd be sick if he go to Washington, not just because, it's Washington or whatever, but bro, like think about the supporting cast in Washington versus the cast in Baltimore, I mean, we could talk about Washington and laugh at them because they Washington, but they don't have a quarterback that changes their landscape. But can anybody name me the Ravens receivers that Jackson's throwing to? Like Prochet and Bateman and them boys, like you know what I'm saying? Like those are the guys. You know what I'm saying? But if he go to Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuels, Jahan Dotson,
there's some ballers on it.
Run game, drafted tight end, shit. I think it's a much better situation.
Has had a top 5 run game every single year he's in the league.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is due to the RPO stuff that most offenses run because of him. But I'm really interested in seeing what happens tomorrow. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Appreciate you, Z. Good call, sir. Salute.
See.
Yeah, man. Zeke, Z wanted to come in and talk a little Baltimore Ravens. You know what I'm saying? We're going to oblige him. Cowboys got Stephon Gilmore, though. Just wanted to let y'all know. Just in case y'all ain't know, man, Cowboys got Stephon Gilmore. Just in case y'all just wasn't in the know. Just in case y'all wasn't in the loop. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, 1,400 people here chilling with us, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all to peace, man. We're gonna stay on these phones. We're gonna continue to run this show, man. And I appreciate y'all for being here, man. I love y'all to pieces, Are we still live on the Vice side? Check. We should be on the Vice side. Yeah, we good. I'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's get Joe Sandberg on the phone, see what he's talking about. What's up, Joe?
Hey, well, how we doing?
Cool, my guy. Cover the show.
Man, what did I tell you how our secondary looks?
Huh?
How long have we had our secondary this much better than what we had?
Your phone is breaking up badly, Joe. I need you to move to a different area. Either that or you've talked up your anytime minutes anytime. Can you move to a different area?
Okay, just move to a different area.
All right, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, go again. Say again.
How long has it been since the Cowboys gotten this good in secondary?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
And I don't know how he managed to only give a fifth, a comp pick, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, they just probably wanted to get that money off the books, but you know.
Well, that's fantastic because there was a possibility of maybe like 4 to 5 cornerbacks being off the board when we were going to pick in the first round, anyways.
Yeah. And you know, if we were gonna draft a corner, it was gonna be the bottom of the first round guys. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now we can go. Okay, well, we'll draft a guy in the 4th round and bank on some upside or something. You know what I mean?
And I no longer have to hear Deontay Banks' name ever again.
No more. I appreciate you, Joe. Great call, man. Yeah. Salutes. Huh? Go ahead.
Just one last well thought. Would you rather draft Miles Murphy or sign Cleveland Farrell?
Miles Murphy or sign Cleveland Farrell? Miles Murphy for sure. Miles Murphy.
Really?
All right, Joe. Appreciate you. Good call, man. Salute. Joe just hung up the phone. Joe look. Joe ain't had no response to that question. He just and just hung up the phone. He ain't say bye. John. Okay, I could be wrong, but I just kind of want to see what's going on here. I have this person named John Mark Pat Cousin.
Yes, sir. What's up?
What's your name again?
John Marbach. I called you about a year ago. You remember? We talked about a few things.
Oh, okay. You Pat Mahomes' cousin.
Yes, sir. How
okay,
you doing?
Okay, I got you. Okay, so you're
Hey,
huh? Okay, go ahead.
I was the one that was telling you finna blow up, right? You got the volume. I wanted to tell you congratulations on that, dude. That was big, huge. Finally, remember I asked you, I said, nobody's calling you. You don't remember me?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you platinum.
Right.
Yeah, you platinum.
It's been about a year or so. I told you I'd bring you to Dallas. We'll go eat someday.
Hell yeah.
Still waiting.
Hell yeah, for sure. One day.
Hey, why don't you give me some love? Hey, let's talk about the Cowboys real quick. Okay. Let's talk about the Cowboys.
All right, go ahead. Please.
I asked you one day, I texted you.
Okay, let you finish.
I said, because the Chiefs were interested in Stephon Gilmore and Bradbury, and you said Bradbury. Right?
You text my phone.
Younger.
You.
Why didn't they go out Jalen Ramsey?
Just please.
Why? Huh?
I don't know, man. Jalen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's get some youth.
Okay.
Isn't Stephon like a old horse with long teeth? You know.
An old horse with long teeth.
Isn't he pretty old? How old is he?
Old as shit. Hell yeah, boy.
Hell yeah. I mean, what's he gonna do? 1 year?
Right. It's 2 years.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, something like that, Mark. Yeah, John.
I like Jerry Jones.
Please,
I'm a big Jerry Jones fan, but I don't know about Steven and I don't know who's running it. You know, but I'm a big Jerry Jones fan. I went to Cowboys. Yeah. Dude, I saw him in this. No, he was out mingling, dude. He was mingling with the people, right? We got the VIP tickets. We didn't want them, right? But we got them.
Got them for sure
because they were the last available tickets.
Yeah.
And at like halftime, they like changed the buffet into like dessert or something.
That's crazy.
You're on the opposite side. You're not on the Cowboy side. It's on the opposite side.
Madness.
But anyway, and I went and watched the Broncos But anyway, making a long story short, man, Jerry Jones is cool as shit.
Cool as shit.
Hey, why don't you give some Kansas City some love, you know, just a little. You know, we won with what? How many rookies playing?
Right.
5?
5 or 6, man. You know? Yeah. You know, them young guys, man. Let me ask you this, man.
Been the number one dog. What? I'm sorry.
No, you go. Okay, so for the Cowboys, what you think they should do at wide receiver?
I don't know about Odell, man. He had that workout. He looks all right, but
yeah.
Man, I would probably just draft. I would probably draft. I mean, if you bring in Odell, you bring a lot of baggage. I mean, I love him. He's a good player, but he brings some baggage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what?
Cowboys don't need no baggage, especially with Dak Prescott. You need to get rid of Dak, and you need to get rid of Zeke.
Right.
And then let's start over. I love Dak. Dak is one of the best dudes in the whole world.
Ain't no way.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no way.
As far as people go, hey, you can't beat Dak Prescott as far as people, but dude, he makes mistakes, and that's what I've got a lot of friends that are huge Cowboys. I live in Dallas. I live outside of Dallas.
Okay, so hold on, time out, bro. So you saying even after this move to make this, so this move, you go and get this cornerback to go make your team better because you Super Bowl ready, but you want to move on from Dak and Zeke?
Well, I mean, you can't get rid of Dak, but you can get rid of Zeke.
Yeah.
What's he done in the last 3 years? What's he done? Yeah. I remember that first day when he was a rookie and he ran over that safety. You remember from Seattle? He ran him right in the chest.
From where?
You remember that, don't you?
Who?
The Seattle safety, that big old safety from
Cam
Seattle.
Chancellor. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that when Zeke ran his butt over, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, here we go. This is the real deal, son.
Shit, yeah.
And he was running like his hair was on fire until we got, what's his name?
Oh, boy.
And, dude, he's running like his hair is on fire,
Yeah, the running back from Kansas City or Dallas?
The backup. He shouldn't be backup. He should be. Just get rid of Zeke. Okay, you can keep Dak if you want Dak, but
You talking about Rico Dowdle?
I'm talking about the dude from Memphis. What's his name? I can't think of it right now. I'm on the phone with one of the most famous people I know.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Tony Pollard?
Yeah, Tony Pollard. There you go. Hey, if everybody played like Tony Pollard, the Cowboys would win the Super Bowl probably every year.
But listen though, right? Like the Cowboys just put Tony on the franchise tag, so he got $10 million.
Franchise tag on. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead. So you think that's smart to do that, or should the Cowboys have just drafted a running back and just went cheap like the Chiefs did?
Well, I think they'll draft a running back still because you don't know. Tony's got to heal up. He got hurt, unfortunately. That really sucked. But,
I know, man.
He's the team. And then on the defense, it's your boy. Your defensive end that you didn't like very good when he come out, but you loved him now. I saw that apology video you put out.
Randy Gregory? Randy Gregory?
Yeah.
Not
Randy Gregory. He's in the Broncos, isn't he? He didn't even make it a whole year.
I think so. On the way.
No, you're talking about the main guy. God, I keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
I'm an old man. I'm 48. Today's my birthday.
Happy fucking birthday, dog.
That's the awesomest thing for Voch Lombardi.
Man.
How do you say it? Voch, or how do you say that? I never.
Well, it's
Voch,
both.
Right?
Well, it's both. It's Voch, and Vouch. I've gotten all those.
Okay. You're the man, dude. I told you, I've been watching you for about 10 plus years, dude.
10 years?
I was happy.
Damn,
that
boy.
You got put on the volume. You were rubbing elbows with Cal and Cowherd, and they did. I was like, I told you that last year.
Yeah.
I said, hey, anybody been hitting you up about?
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of joking about running an NFL team or whatever. Maybe put you as a scout or something. But
man, dog, 10 years, bro. You've been here since day one, man. I'm just grateful to have you, man. Dude. I'm just grateful to have you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Salute. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you telling me happy birthday. I mean, like I say, every time. Man, I just wish you more and more success. You might be on ESPN or NFL Network one of these days. Hell.
Man, one day, man, we'll see. Listen though, John Mark, you're not driving, right? You at home, right?
Yeah, I'm at home, dude.
Stay at home,
drunk
man.
As hell, the guy said.
Ain't no way.
Hey, Aaron, yeah, I'm drinking. It's my birthday, okay?
Ain't no way. All right, man. John Mark, appreciate you.
Patrick, my own cousin. Hey, for real. I told you that last time. I'll tell you again.
Hell yeah, man. You know what I'm
his
saying?
mom lives in Tyler, and she met my mom the other day. They're like second and third or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm fourth. I'm fourth cousin.
Fourth cousin?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit, man. Me too.
He won another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Who you cousins with?
Pat Mahomes, fourth cousin.
Are you?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
We're almost related by marriage. Then I knew I liked you, dude.
Yeah,
I love you. I don't dislike you. I love you, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the other side. I'm on the
king
black side
of YouTube. Okay, and I try to watch everything you do, and and I like every video.
Yeah.
Even if I don't watch them, I'll just like one or something.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. But listen,
You got a fan. Thank you for taking my call, bud. For real.
appreciate John Mark. We about to get back into this Cowboy Stephon Gilmore talk. We love you.
Cowboys. Y'all are gonna get there, man. Y'all got close this year.
Close, man. I
Y'all
know.
gonna get there. I'm rooting for y'all. I'm a Cowboy fan, man.
Right.
I am. My grandma. Hey, let me tell you one quick thing.
Okay, please. I'll let you finish. Go.
My grandma. There was a dude. His name's Bates, right?
Ain't no way.
You remember Bill Bates for the Cowboys, number 40? He played special teams mostly.
Hell yeah. What year was that?
Well, we're Bates, and that's who
Okay,
Patrick
sure.
Mahomes out of the Bates line.
Right.
Like, that's how I'm related to him in his mom's side. He's a Bates.
Got you.
But
Got you.
she was my grandma watched every Cowboy game, son. Every Cowboy game.
Wow.
And she knew every player. My grandpa really didn't care about it. Right. He liked it, but he just he was having to watch it because my grandma, son.
Right.
Hey, we're Cowboy fans all the way, blood. When they lost the Super Bowl, I cried. My sister cried. You know what I'm saying? We cried.
Yeah.
We were kids.
Yeah. That's
I'm
that's
crying
crazy.
right now for 20 years. I'm waiting for these Cowboys to step up, baby. Let's step up. Let's go.
And on that one right there, we gonna end it. Yo,
Send
John.
me out with that war song you do.
Shit.
You did that last time.
There you go.
It was a good song.
There you go.
I love you, bud.
All right, man. Love you too, cousin. Fourth cousin. Appreciate you, John Mark. Content Kings, man. Love me some John Mark, boy. I got a big alert next to his name. Answer the phone, but I got a big alert next to his name. You hear me? Oh man, I could have did that 5 more minutes, man. I ain't lying. Let's get landlord on the phone. See what he talking about. What's up, landlord?
What's happening, sir? What's happening, sir? How y'all feeling?
Man, life good, man. Can't complain, man. Stephon Gilmore for a 5th round compensatory pick, the cheapest one we got. What you got for us, man? Talk to us, brother.
Man, hey, I think I see a lot of people sleeping on it, and I feel like it's an excellent move. I feel like we swindled them boys. We pulled wool over their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Real smooth, like. Cause look, the Colts was a bad defense. I want people to understand that.
Yeah.
And this man ain't give up number 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Like that's outstanding, and you asking a former defensive player of the year to be your second cornerback.
Yeah. Crazy.
To be your second, your number 2.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? 1, 2. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? That's crazy to me, man.
Wow.
And he didn't give up number like 500 and some yards. I think he gave him like 585 yards and 2 touchdowns.
See, landlord, that was my whole thing though, right? Like, we're not asking him to be the number 1 guy. He don't have to follow around Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase and nothing like that, because Diggs, do a good job shutting those guys down. He just get to be the number 2 guy, you know what I'm saying? And just help our pass rush out. That's his only job.
Yeah, and then you got Bland over there in the slot.
Yeah.
Like, they going to have 3 options. Throw the ball away, intentional grounding, or interception. Like, it's going to be ugly for him, I feel like, but real talk.
100%.
And this is just the beginning. We still got room to improve. We still can go get us a linebacker or, sign back LVE if that's what, we find of. But I really think this is a huge upgrade, real talk. From Anthony Brown to Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
The fans shouldn't be complaining, sir.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be complaining.
Yeah.
Then we finagle them, we tricked them, finessed them for a pick that we just got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a real 5th round pick.
Right.
It's a compensatory 5th round pick.
Can't beat that with a stick, brother. Crazy value we got for Gilmore. That's all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got, man. You real funny for doing that, man.
That's my guy, man.
I'm just over here listening. Like, yo, Monty's a content king. He finna milk this dude.
Oh, man. John Mark, my guy. Listen, everybody, this is Landlord from Alabama on all social media platforms, and Landlord from Alabama on YouTube. He does fantastic work. Appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you, sir.
Yes, sir. Also, too, if y'all was listening earlier, we had Brandon from Frankly Football, good friend of the show. Y'all go check out his work as well. Him and Set It Off Chris over there at Frankly Football. Appreciate my friends for calling in. We're going to lock them phones.
The conference has been locked.
And we're going to take a few more calls. We don't want to hog the airways up. We don't want to just be live all day, because I know Law Nation probably waiting on us. Law Nation typically go live right after us. And, we be live till about 5. and Law going after us, so we don't want to hold the line up. We want to show some love to him too. So after these 4 calls, we're gonna get the last supers in, and we're gonna wrap up the show after that. Love y'all to pieces. Appreciate everybody on the volume side of the chat and on the Voch Lombardi side. Y'all really came in to hear this news, so salute to y'all. Let's go. This is what we got. We gonna do LA up next. Mark on deck. Daniel in the hole. Let's boogie. LA, what up?
Oh, you done let me on the show, Voch. We got a real pick, but we got a real. Well, not a real pick, but we got a real player.
Yes, sir. Tell me about it.
Excited to shout out the landlord for seeing the common sense in the move as well. You know, I'm very much hoping that the rest of Cowboy Nation leadership sees the value in what young Gilly about to bring to the squad.
Right.
You know, like the fact that we got us a veteran who's been thrown away from, but there's a reason why he's been thrown away from, obviously. But now he gets to play football again. You know, because again, I'm such a fan of, from a football standpoint, when the opposing team has to pick their poison.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Yes, sir.
And so much goes into the dictation of what somebody thinks that they can do versus what they can physically execute. So the 49ers got into a fantastic place last year because they could control the line of scrimmage. You know, they could matriculate the ball down the field and just get first down, be manageable and everything. Now, when you got a defense like when we lost Anthony Brown, you know, it was tough. You know, it got a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
You know, everybody might want to throw the dude underneath the bus and everything. It's not necessarily about putting 22 All-Pros out there. It's not Madden.
Yeah.
It's not fucking Madden.
Yeah.
You know. So saying that to say, man, I had to make sure that I called in. You've been doing side note, dude, you've been doing a good job with all the draft stuff.
Man, appreciate you, brother. You know? Appreciate you for sure.
Yeah. You know, but I'm looking forward to Gilmore. He's obviously he's really good in both man and zone, but the guy's such a smart player.
Yeah.
You know, he's the thing that I'm looking most forward to, that I really think that'll be not necessarily an X factor, but again, you're gonna have to gain. Like, you're not gonna be able to run certain routes with this guy. You know, it's a reason why Amari had trouble with Gilmore. You know, because again, like the way that he plays within the scheme all the time, but he understands the quarterbacks that he's throwing against.
Sure.
So it's certain routes. I don't want to say it's certain routes that he won't cover, but one of the things that's made Diggs really good as well is he knows when somebody has arm talent or not.
Right. That's fair. You know, that's fair. 100%. That's a very fair, smart comment by you. By you, LA. That's fair. Like, he knows if you got arm talent or not, so he can know where to like position himself based on that information. That's a fantastic point, sir. Fantastic.
Dude, that's one of the things that we, you know, getting the kids ready for the next level for your D1 kids. These kids in LA that are coming through. You know, I got 2 kids that'll be freshmen at SC next year. You know, I got a 6'4" corner from Valencia High, and I got a 6'5", 320 D tackle on his way to SC next year. But kids in my program are playing ball because we do a really good job of getting you to understand the dude that you playing against. When you fundamentally talk about find the scrub.
Yes, sir.
Man, brother, I love it. That is absolutely what football is based about.
Sure.
You know, we can draw up different things and be creative, but when you got guys who can actually play and understand their positioning and what they're playing against, you know, then the game can really start. If you're dealing with a speed guy or a big guy or a blend of both, I'm so happy that I got a long corner on one side who's super smart, and I got another super smart little guy, little tiny little motherfucker who can just follow, whose feet are fantastic. He's super patient. The dude is like, we're gonna have 2 guys next year with 8+ picks.
Love it, man. That's fantastic.
Spread the love, dude.
That's
Spread
fantastic.
the fucking love, Voch.
LA, appreciate you, man, for all your insight, man. Fantastic work, sir. Salute.
Take it easy.
Top tier stuff right there, man. Ian Rappaport, this is also interesting. Give me 2 seconds. Ian Rappaport says, last season, Stephon Gilmore quietly had a meniscus repair, fixing his knee for good. After years of pain, it led to a stellar season in Indy, kickstarting a second act to his career. Meniscus repair. Meniscus repair. There you go. Voch, before you tell Jerry Jones to trade the Bears, Michael Parsons, Trevon Diggs. No, sir. I see Jahmyr Gibbs at 26. Oh, man, listen, bro. You just gotta turn all stones, man. I see Jahmyr Gibbs called it. Boom, boom, boom. Voch really petty as fuck. No. That wasn't me being petty. That's real life when he made the point. When he made the point about knowing the quarterback's arm strength, because we was watching sounds on the sideline and Diggs was talking about somebody. I forgot who it was Diggs was talking about. But he was like, man, he ain't got an arm, so he ain't gonna throw it that deep no way. So I'm just gonna play it more under than behind. So smart football players matter. Foots the King is gonna call in at any minute now. So whoever's on the phone when Foots call in, I love y'all. I need you to understand. Mark is up first. What's up, Mark?
Hey, what's up, Brock? How you doing, man?
What's up, player? What you got for the show?
Hey, man. Hey, first, this as much as the outside look of it is a Stephen Jones Catboy thing.
Okay.
I want to believe it's a Dan Quinn move.
I love it.
Like I said, he wrestled. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. You kind of got the phone in your mouth, but we can hear you though. But go ahead.
No, I'm in a bad spot, probably.
Much better. That's much better. Right where you at right now. Much better. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey. First, man. Hey, look, as much as this on the outside looks like a Stephen Jones type of thing, cost and cheap and all of that. I want to believe it's a Dan Quinn thing because, like you said, man, they wrestled with that cornerback 2 thing last year to the death of them almost.
Yeah.
So this is Dan Quinn. I want to believe it's Dan Quinn just leaning to. We got different voices in the room now between him and McCarthy with experience, with knowledge. They know what they want. They know what they need. They go get it. Next thing they need to do for me, man, is, go get D-Hop.
Yeah.
If all it's going to take for you to get DeAndre Hopkins out of Arizona is a draft pick and you ain't got to give up more than a second-round pick, man, go get him.
And I tell you,
hey, go and get him. Go and get him.
I tell you what, too, man. I tell you what, too. If you can get Gilmore for a 5th, this starting to make me believe you can get Hopkins for something cheaper than a second. You know what I mean? Like we saying second rounder for Hopkins because he Hopkins, but they don't want Hopkins. They trying to get rid of Hopkins. You could probably get Hopkins for cheaper than that right now.
Exactly. Offer them something that all they and you got and again the big thing with that with Hopkins too is if he's serious about it, he'll work with his contract because you already and it's another thing that plays into the management's hands. They want to restructure deals and move money and flip switches and all of that. Hey, if D-Hop wants to rework his contract once you get him here, that's right up your alley.
That's it.
That's right up your alley. Go get him. Give up them draft picks. You know what the money is you're gonna spend on him. Rework it. Whatever you got to do afterwards, but go get the boy. Go get him. I'll be all right. I'll be all right with that. But this has got to starting out because I can't remember them doing things this early in free agency.
Yeah.
And this is early for the Cowboys.
Fair enough.
And doing something quality in free agency. It's been a while. So I want to think it's because they got different voices in the room now, and they actually know what it is they need to do and what they intend to go get. So we're gonna keep it pushing with this, man. We'll see how it go. But Gilmore is a get. Gilmore is a get.
Possibly.
Whatever anybody want to think about his age or whatever, and him playing in India, that's a get.
Yeah.
That's a get. So. And if they do anything to draft, man, they need to draft a D tackle. Draft some big greasy that's gonna mess that middle up, and so that'll free Parsons up. Get him some help.
Good call, Mark. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Keep going, baby.
Yes, sir. Salute. Appreciate you. And that's a fantastic point by Mark too. And we were saying this earlier. This kind of got lost in the excitement, but earlier when we did talk about Donovan Wilson getting re-signed to the Cowboys, right? The first thing that a lot of people were saying, even I said it when I think I was in dojo or something, I saw it. It's like, man, we don't sign safeties. We don't sign strong safeties. You know what I mean? We don't do that. I wonder how much Dan Quinn got to do with a lot of this shit, man, because going into this thing, we was like, man, we probably won't bring back Van Der Esch. We probably won't bring back Donovan Wilson, but we know that Dan Quinn loved those guys. So at some point, trying to get Foots the King on the line, right? So at some point, somebody went, some soul went. Dan walked up and said, hey, you need to go ahead and bring back Van Der Esch, you know what I'm saying? And then he went, hey, listen, man, I understand. You need to go ahead and bring back Donovan Wilson. You know what I'm talking about? So at some point, right, I can imagine Dan Quinn walked, knocked on the door, and Dan and he was just saying, "Hey, listen, man, I need help. I wonder how many times has Dan Quinn said, "I need help," and he just got what he ain't. Give me a nose tackle for the, what I'm saying, for the run stopping, and then we just show up with our guy Jonathan Hankins or whatever, right? So if we know the main two impediments to the Dallas Cowboys defense is run defense and cornerback too, Dan Quinn got run defense fixed. He fixed cornerback. I mean, he fixed run game. He fixed D tackle in the middle. And he was trying to get help for cornerback, but it was at the end of the season. We were just throwing darts at the board. He was like, listen, Steve. I talked to Jerry already. He said, cool, Steve. Listen, man, I need to fix cornerback too. Quit throwing these fucking scrubs at me. You know what I'm saying? Quit throwing these whack ass cornerback. I need to fix cornerback. You want your defense to win you a championship? Fix cornerback too for me. And before you know it, we fixed cornerback too. Now we can walk into the draft just drafting offense if we want to. We can draft all offense if we, and that's the advantage of this shit, bro. That's the advantage of this shit. We've done everything we can do free agency wise. We was talking to Dante Fowler or whatever. He's gonna be our fifth edge rusher or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And defense is fine at this point. I think linebackers gonna get figured out regardless. But defense is fine at this point. Now you can walk into a draft going, hey, we don't have to draft a cornerback here. We don't have to draft a safety here. This can be as offensive as we want it to be. Love that. Let's get Daniel on the phone. He's the last call for the day. Then we're going to text Foots again before we get out of here. Daniel, what's happening?
What's up, Voch? It's Daniel, like you said, but I wanted to formally introduce myself. This is only like the third time I've been on, but it's P. Ficus. You've probably seen me.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, hold up, Playboy. Wait a minute. Let me get your platinum out of here, man. People, what I mean? People don't know you as Daniel, you know what I mean? But the Patreon crowd, the Twitch crowd, we know P. Ficus. What's good, my guy?
Hell yeah. I'm cool, dude. I just wanted to run through a couple of points, and I'm ready for Foot to take over if he needs to, but I really am focused on Jordan Lewis staying with us because I've seen a lot of random hate like on Twitter and shit after Stephon Gilmore got signed.
Sure.
But it makes sense to me to keep a depth guy like Jordan Lewis in case cornerback gets hurt again. I don't like that anxiety of having the roulette, of like Nation Wright.
Yeah.
Some random guy started in the playoffs, didn't he? That hadn't played all year pretty much.
Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah, and so
and T.Y. Hilton also.
Some other guy, I think.
Shit, T.Y. Hilton also. Trayvon Mullen also. All them dudes, yeah.
Mullen. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, Trayvon Mullen, yeah.
But it makes sense to me because I feel like if we go out in the draft and we take cornerback off of our draft board because we have Jordan Lewis, I feel like Jordan Lewis's contribution if somebody gets hurt is going to be greater than, say, a wide receiver or an offensive lineman if somebody gets hurt, like the backups.
Yeah.
After that,
you do make a great point about value, right? Because you don't want to be in a situation where one dude goes down and now we panicking, trying to figure out what the hell to do. So, I would like to save that 4.7 for Jordan Lewis because you could take that 4.7 and go get some other veteran you want. But I do think that keeping depth for cornerback too is more valuable than keeping depth at nickel. We got more nickel dudes. We have no cornerback two guys besides Stephon Gilmore right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. And I guess it depends on who would get hurt. Because if Deron Bland got hurt,
right?
Shoot, I mean, sorry, not Deron Bland. One of the outside guys got hurt.
Right.
Deron Bland could step in on the outside, but I don't think Jordan Lewis really has that experience.
Yep. P. Ficus, love you to pieces, man. Tap in with me on the Patreon after this. Foots the King is on the line, sir. Love you to pieces, man. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I love that about P. Ficus, man. He called in and said, hey, man, I'm about to go ahead and get to my points, but I know Foot's coming, so he can take over as soon as he get it. I love that. Brother Brad, what's good with you, sir? First and foremost, how's life? You okay? You good?
Man, Voch, that's an honor. And shout out to him.
Yeah.
I'm good, Voch. I see you draft. You are cranking out some good draft content, bro. This is our time of year, so I'm good, Voch Lombardi.
Love that to pieces, man. God damn, Foots the King, the Cowboys just signed back Van Der Esch as we speak. As we speak. Come on, man. Foots the King, one thing at a time, sir. One thing at a time, and I don't want to be here too long. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I mean? We just gotta respect the floor for Law Nation up next, sir. But first of all, tell me about Donovan Wilson coming back, Fuster King. Talk to me about that.
So, Dono coming back, your attitude is back, and it tells me that Dallas is making a run, and they're going to do things the right way.
Yes, sir.
There won't be wholesale changes. We love the young guys, but Dono, Malik, and J-Ron, that's a scary core. That is. Still, Voch.
Yeah, 100%. If there was any impediment to this defense last year, Fuster King, it was run game and it was cornerback too. And it's like the more bodies we kept throwing at cornerback too, it's like they just kept throwing at cornerback too. Whether it was AB, whether it was Kelvin Joseph, whether it was Nashawn Wright, Trayvon Mullen, Xavier Rose, Kendall Sheffield couldn't even get on the field. He didn't even get away from the practice field. Fuster King. The Cowboys have sent the fifth compensatory pick, and that's the cheapest pick we got. That's the cheapest fifth round compensatory pick we got, 176. We sent that to the Colts. We have acquired Stephon Gilmore, and he counts for $8 million against the cap, 7.9 in particular. Fuster King, talk to me about signing him, sir.
To me, when you add Stephon Gilmore to this room, this is what I'm going to say about this signing. First of all, I'm elated. This is Dallas saying, "Hey, Stephon, come in a year, help us get over the hump." But people have to remember, he doesn't have to be better than Trayvon Diggs. He just has to be better than Anthony Brown.
That's it, man.
And that's where, people got to understand. Take a one off the top of my head, and that's Cincinnati, where it's like, okay, they have two guys who can really go on the edge.
Yeah.
If you're telling me that we got to deal with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith with Diggs and Gilmore, I like my chances.
Yeah.
I do. People got to remember, Gilmore, no, he's 31. He's 32. He'll be 33 this year. Is he the same? No. He's not the same. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's the Gilmore that was with the Patriots and that was with, his original team. No, he's not that same player. But he can still play. He picked Dak off this year. So people got to remember just how he wins. He wins with technique. I think he's a better player than Patrick Peterson.
Sure.
I still think he has more juice than him.
Sure.
And it's just the truth of the matter is the Colts are in a rebuild, and Dallas is not.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to me, Voch. And it's one of those picks to where people will try to poke holes in it. I'm absolutely ecstatic.
You gave up. You gave up pick 176 to get him. You know what I mean? 176. We was talking about drafting cornerback at 26 and Foots, we still might. If the best dude is there is a corner, that's even better. So we can draft him and just bring him along slowly. We ain't got to just throw him in the fire just because Gilmore's here. But we're not obligated to draft a cornerback in the first round. And since Vander Esch here, I seen King Element and Trey in the chat box there. They can't stand Vander Esch, first of all. But look, Vander Esch coming back 2 years, $11 million. That's 5.5. That's cheap. Plus, that gives you the ability to not have to draft linebacker in the draft, bro. I love that. We ain't got because we don't have no other linebackers in this damn room besides Harper and Micah. So I don't mind Vander Esch 2 years, 5.5. Barely a guaranteed contract. We can get out of it if we need to. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But Fuster King, something else I noticed too before I let you go. This day of Cowboys signing and re-signing has all been defensive. So you think Dan had a pretty big part in this? Dan walked in the door and said, "Listen, man, you want this strength to remain strength? I need you to bring my guys back and give me one more."
No, I think it says to what the philosophy will be, Voch.
Sure.
And when we start doing our draft coverage, we'll start to figure out what this team is going to be because, you start talking about your linemen who I've been tapped in and hearing what you're saying about, DeJuan Jones and some of those guys. And if they fall, and let's say you do, I want to say this. I am against kicking Tyler Smith in the guard. But if DeJuan Jones is staring at you, then I don't mind it because he's a day one NFL tackle. Some of these guys are not. That's just my assessment.
Sure.
But I do think that Dallas is going to say, hey, We're going to build this line. We're going to make sure this defense is still what it needs to be. They might even give Quinn more picks, but I think that in the draft and
offense
early on in the draft, there you go. And then the next free agency signing, offense. Yes, boss. There you go. That's it right there. But I just want to say this about Stephon Gilmore real quick.
Please.
People have to remember this as well. He can play in the slot now.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
He's not edge dependent. So it also adds depth.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think, Jordan Lewis just hung out on the sideline all year last year. Unfortunately, like, hey, J. Lou, I love you, but, like, decisions got to be made. Bland is on this team, and he's going to be a big piece on this team.
Yeah.
So now decisions have to be made, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's like, hey, Dallas is telling you, with or without you, this train is going to keep going. And I love it.
Mm. Fair enough. Footsie King, love that, my guy. Love you to pieces, man. We're going to get a round table going at some point.
I was just about to say, I'm holding you. No. Chat box. Everybody put a fire emoji. We're holding Voch's feet to the fire. We're holding his foot to the fire.
His foot.
When are we doing a round table? And what are we talking about?
We had to wait because Will had to move. You know what I'm saying? He done moved into the new crib. I'm incredibly proud of him. So now that he's settled in or whatever, we'll definitely be tapped into that. First, one more thing. Todd Archer tweeted this about 10 minutes ago. Gilmore wasn't the only veteran cornerback talked about in a trade. Source said the Eagles made a call to the Cowboys about Darius Slay. What you think about that?
Bruh, like, that's what I'm that Dallas is not that people, that's why I was saying, Voch, and I don't know if you've seen my tweets, but I'm not pro front office. And me and Sky, we went back and forth, because I love Sky, like, that's my guy.
Sure.
I'm not pro front office, but I am pro smart. And some of these moves that I'm seeing around the league aren't smart because they don't move the needle.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Waller. And this isn't the Giants talk, but Waller, he hasn't been healthy. He played 9 games last year.
Sure.
So are you getting 2020 Waller?
Sure.
Or are you getting Waller that's going to be a Pro Bowl? I don't know.
Sure.
But I do know this. Dallas is going to make moves that make sense.
Right.
And they're also going to make it make sense for them financially. A fifth, I'm cool. Let's do it. Sign me up.
That's easy, man. All right, Footsie King, appreciate you, sir. Love you to pieces. The chat's gonna hold me accountable. They're gonna hold me to the fire. We're gonna get this roundtable done. We're gonna get this news day out the way, and I'm going to hit the roundtable group chat tonight and talk to y'all about it. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, Fox, appreciate all you do. Much love, homie.
Appreciate you, man. That is Footsie King. Is it Cowboy Nation? Well, he hung up. So it's either Cowboy Nation TV or Footsie King on social media. So y'all go check him out. All right. Appreciate it, man. Hey, man. What a day of news. What a day of news. Just if y'all needed some additional reaction on the whole Van Der Esch thing, bro. Dog, who else is in that linebacker room? Look, if anything, right, Dan has said, look, I want my defense the way it is. I want it the way it is. And then we're going to add some. I fixed this mailbox a certain way so I can know who been messing with it. You know what I mean? Love it. Cowboys secured Donovan Wilson, Stephon Gilmore, and linebacker Leighton Van Der Esch in an 8-hour span today. They bring much to the defense, including plus tackling for defense coordinator Dan Quinn. Hey. Lay out the pieces, man. Actually, hold on, wait, time. But call Darius Slay. That was strange, right? That was strange. And Brandon from Franklin Football hit me earlier and said Kelvin Joseph went live and said why they do this to me, and then he paused the live. Come on, man. Come on, Kelvin. Compete, man. Just show up and compete. I'm sure that's gonna make the rounds at some point. So here we go. We're gonna read some supers. We're gonna tap in with Marcus Harrison. We're gonna let Law Nation take over. We appreciate him for letting us control the airwaves here. Actually, if he gonna go live, we actually gonna hit him with a little raid. So let's read these supers and get the hell out the way and let my man rock there. Let's see. Mr. Leotis, Otis, Kenny Light. Mr. Leotis came back and dropped 5 more in the super chat and says the Andy Griffith show. He was talking about the whistle song. Appreciate you. The whistle song just goes so well in those situations, man. Y'all just gotta understand, bro. Mr. Leotis came back and dropped another deuce and says King of the Hill. Talking about Boomhauer. Appreciate you. AJ came back and dropped another deuce. Spent the block, dropped another deuce and said, dude just drunk down Voch Lombardi live. Fantastic call, man. Fantastic call that was. Appreciate you, sir. Dimes official says I ain't never been to Seattle. Shouts out to my mans, dog. Call back whenever. We gonna patch you right in. And Voch Lombardi burner account dropped a dub and says get nuke. Yes, go bring some DeAndre Hopkins, man. Bring us some DeAndre Hopkins so we can have some more shit to talk about. So we can have some more content. You hear me? King Element was the last one on the volume side. Let's hit refresh just to make sure. DJ Draw 5 the super chat says for the vibes and Stephon Gilmore. Is it Stephen or Steven? Stephon Gilmore. If we get a big free agent, I'll be in Valhalla. Holla. Appreciate you, DJ. And Andrew dropped a deuce and says, isn't J. Lou worth keeping for depth? I do think there's something to that. I do think there's something to that, but you know, we'll see. That's Voch's channel. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Voch, what's your separate channel so I can sub?
Moving day means that you and the things that
okay. Cool. On the Voch Lombardi side. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, just type Voch Lombardi. You'll find me. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's get right here. Everybody, we're gonna clap on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Brumley! Hear ye, hear ye. Hear ye, hear ye. Come on in, y'all. Brother Naeem dropped the dub and says, great show. Appreciate you, Brother Naeem. Salute. Thank you very much. P. Fiker says, thanks for the love today. Today was a great surge of energy for the NFL community. P. Fiker dropped a dime. Appreciate you, sir. I'll see you in Patreon. We're going to go over there and watch a little bit of film directly after this. After I eat, we'll go over there. Appreciate y'all. Twitch tonight? Maybe. Possibly. We'll see. Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, it's just me because Will's not here. So when he says at volume, that's like, it's just me. So at the volume, I don't compete. I complete. What's the difference? The L. L is for love. Love is living on valued energy. Salute to all who heard the message. Hold this L. Come on, Marcus Harrison. Yo, Mark. Come on, dog. That was fantastic. Hey, appreciate y'all. Let me call Law Nation. Let me call Law Nation. See if I can send some people over there to his joint. See if I can send some people over to Law Nation joint so we can get a good raid going. Let's see. Because I want Law Nation to get all these views that, you know what I'm saying, that I got right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold down Law Nation. Hold down Law Nation. Tap in with Law Nation. See what he talking about. See what Law talking about. See what he talking about. Oh, he live right now. Okay, hold on, wait. Here we go. He live right now.
As I look at it.
Oh, he live with Tyson. Cool. How long you been live? Shit, go back. Go your ass back.
Anthony Brown.
Let's see. How long you been live? Oh, he been live for 7 minutes. Hey, chat, this is what we gonna do, man. We love Law Nation, bro. This is what we gonna do.
Yeah, and
We'll keep them going. Hey, run over there, support Law Nation, bro.
sometimes you know.
Let me go to Restream. Run over there, all y'all, all 1,000 and change of y'all.
Option is the best option is just being.
He over there with Tyson, so I know Law hasn't got a word in. Law hadn't gotten a word in. You hear me?
The defensive tackle.
But chat, go over there and raid Law Nation. Tell them Voch Lombardi sent you.
You know, Bobby Wagner, man.
We love y'all to pieces. This was a long day.
As much as I love to see Bobby Wagner with the Dallas Cowboys.
This was a long day, but I'm about to go get something to eat. I'm about to cook this ribeye. After that, I'm going live on Patreon to break down some film. Love y'all to pieces. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whiskey. You know, Will Steele's here. You know, he's not here. And when he is here, he normally has a dope little outro for me with my theme song and shit like that. But he's not here today, so I ain't really got an outro. I just, you know, look y'all in the eye and just, you know, say bye. Bye.